find out. Here
we go.
Here we go, guys.
Yep.
It's excellent.
Does it work first time?
Come on.
Oh, still
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Oh,
coffee everywhere.
there we go.
Normally took an
Do you
hour
want-
to prep it.
Do you want to check the audio?
Not really.
In the chat. See what's going on. Have we got anyone in here yet?
I still don't see why. This is worrying.
Click live.
Oh no.
Oh, I swear
It says excellent.
No, I think I saw it as he closed the app.
Where?
Oh, maybe no, it was just that I saw. It's because we're all four are on the couch there. Yeah, I don't have a notification.
Flat chat. Are we live?
I mean, we are live.
We're
but we're
literally not live.
Hmm.
Intriguing.
That's more worrying than.
When it doesn't work. Yeah.
It should be live.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's click it in. Did I click in live? Did I put it just in some private?
That'll be good.
Oh, right.
That'll be easy to edit though, surely.
Yeah, it's like a 2-second edit.
Public. There we go.
Done. Save. All that good stuff.
How are we now live? Change your save.
Did I get to see everything that happened?
Nah.
I reckon they do.
Maybe.
I mean, no one had any slugs.
I think they will. I think
Yeah, they'll be able to rewind, I suppose.
Yeah, they do. They got to see us.
Oh, we're live now. We're live. We're live. We realised.
Can you hype a live now?
I don't think you can. So.
Nah, you
I
can't.
think
You can maybe hype. You can maybe hype
Once
the
it's
video.
done.
You can maybe hype the video afterwards.
You can hype it after.
We
I'm
made
sure.
it. Did you say?
Do I put it in there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are
it's
in fact live.
Oh, who've we got in there?
Unico in there first. Oh man,
He's off working, isn't he? Oh, he works from home, doesn't he?
he works from home. Apparently, that thing that he runs for us is part of his job. That is what he does.
Said that a few weeks ago, brother.
Do you think Callum listened to that?
Yeah.
He didn't.
I forget one thing. Things go in one ear, out of the other. It's just how it works.
It's nice being in the Champions League, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
It's nice being in the Champions League, like qualifying top two.
He's got a tough
What?
game though. Is he not playing the winner? Is he not playing a winner?
Jacob. It's been me. So he does have a tough game, you're right.
Oh, I didn't realise
If
that.
Jacob doesn't beat me with Al Nassr and Newcastle by 5, it'd be bad for him.
By 5 is
Oh,
a
you
lot.
don't realise how bad they are.
They are
Genuinely.
bad. They are bad.
Like Ronaldo's the only one that moves. In
They've
that
got
team.
some serious weak spots.
Oh, definitely.
My fullbacks are a combined 130 rated. But I think they're 64 and 66. Centre mid 64.
I've got an 89 in there. I've got the
It's
Joe
an
Linton,
absolute
Tonali,
joke.
Bruno G
It's a
midfield
joke.
3.
Unico's got double PTSD on his screen. Harry Wilson scoring against Chelsea and Romero shitting the bed against Chelsea. That's what he said.
Oh, no,
If he said the N
It's
word, would you
Unico's
need
fault.
that out?
It's Unico's fault because he's the one that swore. He's the one that swore.
He literally did.
Yeah, but you don't say it. You don't read it.
It's one word. Grow up, the lads.
Oh, Aaron needs his bed.
You know, as soon as I
Oh, he doesn't need his bed.
You know, as soon as I saw
Grow
it, I was
up,
like,
though,
he's
he's-
not stopping. I just didn't feel us slowing down.
That's Conference League behaviour right there. that's what that is.
Hey, games are in progress. It
Games
might
are-
not happen yet. But
So
probably
Aaron's
will.
waiting for, I think there's 2 games we played in his group. If you know what we're talking about, it's pro clubs obviously.
It's not pro
It's
clubs.
not pro clubs obviously.
It's the FIFA tournament that you can be part of for the next one if you become a member.
Yeah.
Aaron's setting the standard early. He has. He's got that first minute tackle. in.
Let them know you're there.
How are we all anyway?
Aye.
Feel very good. A bit
Yeah.
cold.
A bit cold.
Had a road closure and everything this morning.
What
Oh,
road?
son.
Just to get to the motorway.
Just from what? Just from your house?
My silly little potty mouth. I agree, Unico.
I can't believe
Fix
you
up,
did that.
fix up, look better.
I thought you just read it out.
I can.
Can't believe.
So there you go. If you want us to say anything silly, say it, and Aaron will read it out for you.
Aaron is now banned from having a phone. Just
On
in
the account.
general.
You know what? I'm going to hold this
He
just to
does,
spite
remember, I
you.
don't think he does that
How
very
does it
often.
keep biting? Are you actually alright, Aaron?
He's on
You
a
seem a
biting
bit. I know you seem nibbly.
I was going to say, you've been sitting there
Oh.
going like that, so...
Could he have been 3-0 up against you, Lord Farquhar?
Oh, I definitely could have.
Oh dear. You've got
There
to
is-
take those chances.
I have not played a single game yet, but I shouldn't have lost.
I only saw
Wow.
the Unico last minute winner. Have I seen you play any others?
That one,
think
my
so.
keeper made 4 wonder saves before it was
Have you got a
0-0.
good keeper?
Bento.
I seen his game
That's
against
a good
our
Bento.
man Nath. He live streamed that game.
Who was? Oh,
Aye,
that was
Nath
Jacob.
against Heggie.
Was it Hege? Who have you played? Who's your big game?
Nobody's been a big game.
You played Archie yet?
Yeah.
Was it
Scalped him.
not a big game? That's what I thought.
That was last night, wasn't it?
I thought you.
Aye.
I thought Ewan was
I
going to
think
be a big
you
game.
were kind of in the middle of that one.
It was,
It's over 2
it was a
legs,
six-
isn't it?
Yeah.
If I keep it below 5, I'm happy.
Two
over
legs.
the 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh. Yuriko says Bento's the best player on FIFA.
Oh, he's been a joke against everyone. If it wasn't for Bento, I'd be out.
Have you been using keeper movement?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's you as well. It is you as well. It's a talent keeper movement.
I'm
it really is.
really, really excited to do it again and get a better team than Al Nassr.
Stevie says, "How is Gyökeres overrated? Everyone thinks he's poo."
It's just a thumbnail,
It's just
guy.
a thumbnail.
It is just a
It's what
thumbnail.
it's what he thinks.
Yeah, it's I
Stop.
don't think he features today in either list because he's right.
He's certainly not underrated.
He scored an absolute belter yesterday.
Well, I'm going to
on
say a
the goal line.
spoiler. There is someone in the overrated side I was going to put as underrated. And it's
Ooh.
Romero.
There's
Crazy. Glad you didn't. I'd have laughed at you.
yeah, because
Well, and just Google for his list apparently.
I've used it for one
there's
or two
players that feature on both lists, which is fun.
So
as in
someone
some-
thinks they're over and someone thinks
Yeah.
they're under.
There is
Wow.
2 players that do that.
That's crazy.
So we'll get into what we're doing today.
I took like an hour.
Oh, it takes
Oh,
long.
it took me so
Took
long.
way
Like,
longer
I
than
did
I
it all in the top of my head.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It took me so long doing it. I did it whilst trying to watch AFCON and I just had the commentators in my ear and it was just doing my head in.
So what the boys are talking about is I asked I asked all the boys to send in 2 lists.
Not just them.
2 lists.
Both 50.
I asked the boys to send in 2 lists, one being their underrated 11 of Premier League players, can be current or former players, and their overrated list as well. I then put it in, and we're going to have a wee fun game of guessing who said who, and then we're going to make a combined 11 from that.
I forgot or didn't know we were doing a combined 11. I'm quite excited to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you guys have brought even better players than I have. Because I feel like I could be persuaded.
I think mine's is bad.
I think there's some fun ones. There's
Yeah.
some good ones. We can only use the players that we are given on the screen, but we'd like to see you guys as well.
You brought
Put it in who you think would be the better
and you
option.
brought as well.
I brought as well.
Yeah.
If you see your player, let's make it fun and try and pretend
Not
it's someone
react.
else's.
Yeah.
Or try and say, oh, that's Heggy if it's even if
Well, it will
even
be
if it's
Heggy.
you.
So.
Well, you know.
Let's do it.
It's always-
Let's get
man.
into it. We're going to start with the one that's a little less controversial, an underrated 11.
Okay.
Okay.
I genuinely couldn't tell you who I had right now off the top of
I
my
will
head.
I will try and tell you. I do have
Oh,
one here.
remembers once I see it
Yeah.
Aye.
I should remember once you see it.
without seeing it.
But let's start off with, of course. Well, there's the
Oh.
information. That's what we've got. That's what
Going
we see at the
4-3.
end.
That's mine right there. I can
6,
tell.
8, and 10.
6, 8, 10, yes. We'll get to it. Goalkeeper first. Our first player for underrated.
Are we doing this for every player, by the way? Because there's 44 per team.
Yeah.
Like going through individually.
I know.
You're in for a bumper.
We'll let all 4 of them appear and then we'll try and be.
Yeah, you're
Right,
in for a bumper
Mark
podcast.
Sports.
today.
Do you think it's an
Sports,
underrated pick?
I mean,
I see
Played
my
so many
issue.
games.
My issue, right, with this in general is I perfectly rate everybody. So
I am
so
perfect, is what he
it's
says.
pretty hard. Do you know what I mean?
I
Is he
get-
underrated? Is he over? I don't know if he's even underrated or overrated.
Interesting though, there's a missing H in that.
Yeah.
So I'm
I don't even know who you would blame at that point.
Well, I spotted it, so it can't be me, right? Even though I wrote it in.
Right, Mark Schwartz.
Mark Sports. So that's
He's
just
a good keeper.
it's a good keeper, yeah.
No one would ever pick him in a draft.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
is that then
He's not
underrated?
your first choice.
He's played a lot of games in the Premier League.
Yeah,
That's
he's close
like-
to top 10.
Yeah, he's
if not,
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he's just behind David James for goalkeepers. I feel maybe
I don't know.
something like that.
Not sure.
I'd be guessing.
I mean, it's he's
There'll
also
be a
not
lot-
really.
There'll be a lot of guessing there. Good on.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next one.
Let's have a look.
Does anyone have any idea who that is?
Who Mark Schwartz
Not
is?
me.
Oh, right. I thought you meant.
Next up, Fraser Forster.
Ooh.
He's not underrated.
Come on.
It's definitely Aaron.
Has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be Aaron.
Youngster?
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it isn't.
Next up, Pepe Reina. What's his name, Jacob?
Jose Manuel Reina. Pepe Reina. Underrated goalie.
He's
I mean,
got-
he wasn't a. I mean, they had Gerrard, but other than that, it wasn't a particularly great Liverpool team.
That's not based, not like.
he's got a pretty great
It's got nothing to do with
clean
Reina.
sheet records that we doesn't.
Like won
we don't
at
speak
least
about.
2 Golden Gloves.
It's because he played for Liverpool, who didn't really do anything in the Premier League
At that time,
no.
yeah.
But he was a very good goalkeeper.
Oh yeah.
His most infamous moment was when he got done by a beach ball.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So-
It's very, very funny.
And our final
Can't
player.
have many caps either, Pepe Reina.
No.
Nah, I don't
Who
think.
he was up against?
Yeah,
The
was
best keeper ever.
I think you Victor Valdez. No, definitely not. Yeah, and our final player is Jussi Jääskeläinen.
I was thinking
Have you
putting him for overrated.
Have you spelt him correct?
I put him in, and then copy and pasted it.
I was genuinely going to put him for overrated.
Really?
Why?
He gets
Just
talked
'cause
about.
It's like Barclays now. People just talk.
He
spoke
just
about
talked
Bar
about
too much.
People
and
do
he was
love their
bang
Barclays.
average.
People love their
The
Barclays.
second that I was going to say, the second that Barclays were comparing this, it's like, well, they're getting spoken about a bit more than
I
they
think
normally would.
I think he's the same as Schwarzer. He's a goalkeeper that was in the Premier League for such a long time, but he's just not the upper echelon.
You don't-
better than Jaska Leinen.
Oh, but no, it's similar sort of players.
Aye.
You know what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying they're the same player. I'm just saying it's similar.
Ilk.
I'd say that Reina's a better version of that. A player that was. That
Oh
played
yeah, but
so
it's
many
not about
games.
who picks the best player here.
No. Who's the most underrated?
Or
Goalkeeper.
Foster.
Underrated out of those four.
Mhm.
Is it Reina?
At this point, we should probably just say who we all.
I said Reina.
I said Fraser Forster.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I said Mark Schwarzer.
Yeah, I said Jussie. I just used to always think he was the best.
I don't think it's just
Fraser
underrated.
Forster gives me PTSD. Like that's just personal.
I think it's just
preference.
because
Like,
I mean,
for
I'm more.
Arsenal against Southampton.
I'm more associating with obviously my club, but
was he
was,
not?
I was
I would
loving
not
the, I
dis-
was loving the praise from Craig and Ali there about Pepe being underrated, but I'm sure they're both Liverpool fans.
yeah,
Yeah,
They
I was
are,
Liverpool
yeah.
fan.
He's absolutely hee-haw.
Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
in fairness, he probably is the most underrated on this.
The
on
way
the
I was
leagues.
thinking about Reina was the moment I remember him for was him getting clowned, and it was much more than that. He won Golden Gloves.
I hear that.
If
For
I'm
the
honest,
for the best games, it is Forster, but for the career, Forster had just too many like clangers, and like even nowadays,
yeah,
the last couple of years of watching
Look,
him's been.
in the kindest possible way, he's a big oaf. Like
Yeah, he's just a big 6'7".
he is, but he had those performances that just kept his team in
He
games.
could turn it on his day.
And it
Like,
really-
on his day, he's
yeah,
unreal.
It really
But
wound me up.
I'm happy for it to be.
I think it's Pepe Reina.
Pepe.
I'm happy for this.
When
one,
I saw
Pepe.
all four come in, I think Pepe Reina's the one that caught
I think
me.
Pepe Reina's going to
Come
get
on.
picked here.
We'll go for Pepe Reina as
Who's
our goalkeeper in our underrated Premier League 11.
Jose Manuel
Lovely.
Pepe.
On to the right back position.
They're all right.
Our first player is Antonio Valencia.
Oh, I like that.
Consider them
Consider
It's
who do you
not
think?
bad.
Who do you think it is?
Jacob.
Just by the
Jacob
reactions.
loves Valencia.
I
Really
mean,
do. Great player.
part of a really good Man United team, but you'd more associate Neville with that good Man United team. So,
Valencia was after the good team.
I
it
still, I was going to say, still,
It's
Uh,
not like the 2015
he's-
when it
yeah.
they
was.
still had that
Yeah.
Ferdinand
He
and all that.
slightly overlapped, I think.
There was a
But-
slight
but
overlap.
when he overlapped, he was a right mid, and
Yeah.
then he became a right back.
Right back.
When they got rid
Was
of
it
Gary
Wigan?
Neville. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Wigan.
Wigan,
Wigan,
Valencia.
What,
Was
Roddy
Moses
Yeager?
also Wigan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roddy Yeager and I think Zogbia.
Job was only played for
Figueroa,
three English clubs.
that classy team. Okay, so our next player we have is Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a right back.
Tough
underrated.
tackler, but I wouldn't put him as. That's a thing.
I don't rate him. But
I
that's
thought he
me
could have been
personally.
potentially overrated because we all talk about how amazing his tackling is, but beyond that,
I think for the amount of money people have spent
yeah,
on him
he's
and
not
stuff.
very good.
Yeah.
But he is where he probably should be now. He's at
Well,
West
about to
Ham.
beat the championship.
Maybe not that, that's a bit hard.
Yeah,
That's where the West Ham look to be going.
I think that's where West Ham are going.
I think they are going there, yeah.
I think they will be there.
And I don't see millions of clubs lining up to
Like,
sign him.
genuinely, Wolves look better than West Ham right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's concerning.
Yeah,
Very
you
concerning.
don't want that.
So we're going on Aaron Wan-Bissaka next up. Next up we have, though, is Seamus Coleman. Seems like another pick like Schwarzer, a bit like UC Askelainen in lots of games.
I think
Heggie-
if you take away injuries, he is very, very good.
Yeah, Heggie, you're making a face.
People love Coleman and think he is very, very good. I don't think he's. I think he's just perfectly rated.
I think that all players, like you said earlier, kind of half jokingly, are like what you want to rate them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
second you start saying someone's underrated,
This is
you're
the
not
beauty.
rating them.
Yeah,
That's the beauty of the list. It's what you rate them.
That's
as.
why this is very tricky. It's the Carrick effect. Like, he might appear later. We'll see about that. But it's where everyone says he's the most underrated player to the point where he is now rated.
The perfect example is Moussa Dembele.
He became
People started talking about him like it was Yaya Toure.
better than Yaya. They started saying
Yeah.
he should be in a combined Arsenal Spurs 11.
Yeah,
It's because he was really good at that time.
yeah
At
it
that
was
point-
obviously good, but it was underrated and it became overrated
Very
because it
quickly.
was underrated.
He also played in a very, very good team at that point for Spurs.
Still came third of 2-horse race though.
That's also true.
Let's not forget.
But head back onto the right backs though.
Yeah.
Our next player and our final player is Pablo Zabaleta.
I actually quite like that.
I like that. I like that shout. To be fair,
I feel that's very similar to the Valencia.
Yeah.
kind of shout.
Yeah,
I
feel
think though Valencia is more rated than Zabaleta, and I think Zabaleta's actually better.
I think Zabaleta gets very
I
forgotten.
think if you were doing a Prem 11, I think Zabaleta gets closer to being in it than Valencia.
No, it should be.
I forgot Zabaleta. I think that's the best shout.
That's
there.
why I think you go for me. He just completely gets blanked because he was just
Yeah.
Man City's first dominant period. He was the right back.
Yeah, you don't
See the underrated players. Do you know what they should be? They should be players that you didn't even think about, and then
Yeah.
when you see it, you go.
That's what
underrated.
Vieira was for me.
Zabaleta was the other one I wanted.
So were you Valencia?
I was indeed. So
I
I
was
liked it.
I was Seamus.
Yeah,
And I
You
was
won.
Zabaleta.
You were Wan-Bissaka. That's a shocker.
I think he is underrated.
I don't.
Listen to what you all just said about him.
Yeah, and look where West Ham are, and look
Yeah, but
where
it's
Man
not
U
just
were.
because of Wan-Bissaka.
I know it's
No,
not
I think
because of him.
Wan-Bissaka's a
But
very
he's-
good defender. It's just he looks a bit clumsy. Which
But I think he would have been great maybe 15 years ago. Right, fullbacks need to do more.
Yeah, I think
Aye.
that's maybe why he's where he is now.
Yeah.
Because he is a very good tackler. He's probably one of the to be honest,
In
use him
terms
as
of
our best
tackling-
tackler as a defender.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
his first few months at West Ham, he was our best player. Just
Yeah.
a shame that he's got daddies around him.
I'm
now
pretty sure he's
again.
a very
He
very
also
good.
became a daddy.
I'm pretty sure he's a very very
Yeah, I
good
was going
game
to
against
say,
United.
the dizziness
season.
has spread to him.
So who are we all thinking? The
I
most
guess
underrated-
Zabaleta.
I guess it's Zabaleta.
Yeah.
I
We'll
guess
go
it's-
Zabaleta. We'll
Who
take-
said that? Sorry.
I said Zabaleta.
Well done. That was good from you.
Cheers,
That was good for you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Up next, we have our first centre back. This would be the right centre back, or it's the centre back you sent me on the right side. Okay.
I don't think I picked a
First
side.
up, we have Gary Cahill. Any thoughts on who could have said that?
It's just.
Yes.
What don't you like
I was
about
going
it?
to put him overrated.
Wow.
Wow.
Why would that be?
What don't you rate about him?
It was obviously very good, but people like now say he's better than Carvalho. Some people like. It's just
Like
when
Ricardo
people. It's
Carvalho.
like when people retire, they just become overrated. And more rated than.
Oh, yeah. You just because you don't remember
people
anything.
forget the clangers.
Yeah, 100%. Or like people forget how much you could be able to play and things like
It
that.
was obviously very good.
He's
But I don't
also-
think he's underrated.
The other big thing about him as well, I didn't realise this, was that he scored a lot of goals. Like, a lot of goals.
For
That's just
centre-half.
what, that's what they
Scoring
do with their
centre-back.
centre halves. Terry get
Yeah.
loads of goals.
Yeah.
It might be a Chelsea thing. You never know.
Well, maybe-
I've seen nothing more than perfectly rated in the whole. Every single shout, someone said that's perfectly
Perfectly
rated.
You
rated.
can say that about
Ah,
everything.
you really
Yeah.
could. It's just what you think. It's all on opinions. this.
Exactly. It's an opinions game.
Yeah. Next up, we have, as you said, Heggy, Ricardo Carvalho.
I think he's now becoming underrated because people are now slagging him for not playing that much in the when he was actually a Rolls Royce.
Oh, he's a very good defender.
Oh,
He was
of
a very good
course.
defender.
There's a reason he played for all the big teams.
Yeah. He's a good player. Very good player.
It's very true. Jacob, thoughts? He's just gone a bit quiet on that one.
I just.
Do you feel the
cannot-
opposite?
I do feel the opposite. I certainly do.
Like
feel
exactly
The
Did
the
you watch
opposite.
Carvalho?
I'd say the yeah.
You feel
I've
exactly
seen a
the
lot of
opposite.
Unbelievable.
I also, you watch it, you put the telly on, and he's not there. He's not there. He's watching with you.
For one season.
This season that he's talked about.
He's not talked about that much for that.
Oh,
It's his
he
general
fully
career.
is.
He won the Champions League with Porto.
Yeah.
Went to Chelsea. Was that good? He went to Madrid after it.
He's played for big teams.
Robin was at Chelsea. You wouldn't say he went to Madrid because of how good he was there.
There was a big factor in it.
You can get big moves without being unreal at a club.
That is true.
There's a reason one
That
of
is
them
true.
played for Bournemouth and the other played for Madrid.
Porto, Madrid, and Chelsea.
I want to know if Carvalho was even playing at that age that Cahill was playing at Bournemouth. He was about 39 or something. Old man.
I don't think so. Moving on to the next player, though, we have Chris Smalling.
An underrated centre half.
Don't mind it.
I feel he perfectly encapsulates Man U no longer winning titles. 'Cause
Yeah.
that he was the
I get
level they
that.
went to.
But is
for
that
too
maybe
long.
unfair?
I think it's a
On
bit
a- on a
unfair
player
on him
first
in that
quality.
as well. Because
No, I don't think so. I
You
think
think
he
so?
was the perfect
his
level for that
latter
Man U.
period at United before he went to Rome, he was quite good. He was really quite good.
I feel he was Man U level.
Went
But
won
at
European
that time-
trophies after.
Yeah, Roma.
Was that the conference?
That's
Yeah, he won the conference.
You don't count.
European
Got to a
trophies.
final as well. Of Man U.
Yeah.
Ajax game.
They won it.
In fact, they won it, yeah.
They won that.
So he's won 2 European trophies.
Exactly.
Shall we move on and see our last player?
Let's see who the
Yeah.
last player is.
It's a duplicate. It's
Oh,
Gary Cahill
wow.
again.
A double Gary Cahill. A
How's he
double
appear
dosage
again?
of Gary
Ah,
Cahill.
Carvalho was playing at Monaco at 38.
So he was playing at 38.
Fair play.
Yeah, one was in the
That's
Premier,
still a
one was in the League
relative.
One.
That's
There you
still a
go.
relatively high level.
On that note, I put Gary Cahill. You put Gary Cahill. Did you put
I
Smalling?
put Smalling.
I put Carvalho.
Carvalho. There we go.
If I had to vote for one that wasn't mine, I'd vote Carvalho, but I feel because 2 people have said Cahill, it could be Cahill. Do you know what I mean?
I think the fact 2 have said
I think it
Cahill.
will have to be Cahill. But you argue away because actually, I get you. I get your.
Chris
I
Smalling,
don't
Now
care
you
enough.
see when you
Don't
see
care
it,
enough.
when you see it
like I
twice,
spent
you're
a long
sitting
time
there
on it,
thinking,
but I was just like, anyone could come up and I'd be like,
Yeah.
You're going to notice a theme with my players. It's players that played for the teams in the decline that I thought were actually still good.
yeah. I feel that's such a difficult thing to rate.
Well, you think
Because
that
you could also be
Because
like,
people
Aye, 'cause
decline
how
after
bad
banter
it-
years, people think they're worse than
Yeah.
they
aye,
actually
because
were.
you're then comparing the player like, oh, how much worse would they be if he wasn't in the team, essentially.
yeah.
I get. Yeah, that's a good way to look at
2
it.
for Cahill. Wow.
This is
Fabian Schär's underrated. Shut up. That's,
Right.
that's Johnny, Newcastle fan.
I think Gary Cahill's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's just.
I thought he was
that's just
brilliant.
the
He won
reason why.
leagues in a 2, he won leagues in
Yes.
a 3. Scored
Yeah,
goals.
It's gonna have to be.
Do
him.
you know anybody that doesn't think he's brilliant though?
I don't think we would talk about Gary Cahill though.
No.
Yeah, they don't.
That's
think-
quite- that's
I,
maybe
I
why.
think that's a
Tuesday's
big
good as.
part of it. The fact that
I
Cahill's
think
not
he's a
talked
level
about
just
really.
below that top level.
Do you think he's just below like a company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like Ruben Diaz level?
I think if he was in the prep, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
We'll
that's
keep
a
him for
fair-
later. We'll keep him for later.
Ruben Diaz.
Aye, we'll keep him for
Ooh.
later. Next up, our left centre back, and our first player is James Tarkowski.
The stats back him to be underrated. And he plays every single game, to be fair to him.
I dislike when Arsenal play against him. That's again the way I like looking.
You just
at things.
fancy him to win everything there.
I actually
Yeah.
don't hate that shout because as soon as he came up, I thought hatchet man slow, and he's probably more than that.
Yeah, it's probably. a bit
Yeah,
more than
no,
that.
he is.
certainly
Aye.
slow.
I mean, to be fair, the teams he's played for, Burnley and Everton, they are very hatchet man teams.
He's just a tough tackle. I remember he should have been sent off for this 2-footer.
I should
but
have been set
it's
up about
just,
5 times extra than he
He's
is.
also a bit of a clutch player
but
as
it's
well.
just they just let him. Oh, it's just Tarkowski. Let him off.
He also
It's fine.
can be clutch, Tarkowski. Brilliant
Also,
goal
he does
against
a lot-
Liverpool at the end.
Also, he does a lot of you know what with his misses as well. So.
He
Yeah.
does love it.
He's a
He does
he's
love
a
it.
proper.
loves
He's
it.
He's a good lad. He's a good
He's a
lad.
good boy, man.
Yeah.
He does love
He's
it.
a
He's
good
a,
boy.
he's a good boy.
Next up, we have Nathan Ake.
I also like that.
I
That's
do
a
like
good.
that
That's a good shout.
because I feel he
Doesn't get spoke about a lot in that
Yeah,
City
Because he's a
defence.
squad player.
he's a squad player now
Yeah.
for City. Yeah, but that was
But to be
two-
fair, City squad players are still
two,
really,
three,
really
two,
good.
3 seasons ago, it was very, very important.
I also
for
feel
them.
he could just play anywhere. Centre half,
Yeah,
left back. I
like-
feel
yeah.
like
Aye,
almost-
he's
I
versatile.
think he's done. He's probably done
I
right
think he
back.
went
He's versatile. You can work with
I
that.
don't know if I ever saw him right back, but I saw him in like the midfield thing that they done,
Yeah.
where they like pushed a centre half up.
No, he's a very, very good player.
To be fair, he probably could do it. Like,
Yeah.
he was
he
good at
easily could
Bournemouth
do
as
it.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, solid.
I like that pick. I like
Solid.
that pick a lot. Next up, Manuel Akanji. Similar,
I'd like that too.
more intelligent.
Chess champion.
Chess champ. Is he? Is that what he is? No, he's the calculator, is he not?
Yeah.
I think.
He loves a maths
Yeah.
equation.
I think whenever I think of Akanji, I think of Ken absolutely tearing up my shreds that one time, and it just has that 1% diminishing of him.
There's also a reason he's been sent out on loan.
Yeah. But I do think he's top tier, and I do like this pick. But
It's so
See, who do
difficult.
you think's better, Ake or Akanji?
I'd always have said Aki.
So would I.
Yeah, I just said Ake, but does that mean that Akanji's the one that's underrated?
No.
No,
Nah. But he
no.
played a lot of Kanji. He played a lot more than you
He
think.
did, but
City centre halves play a lot more than you think. Like the main ones, like Diaz and stuff, don't play.
they get injured quite.
Aye, they get- Diaz gets injured a lot.
Johnny Stones, of course.
Johnny Stones, we know his injury record.
Next up, and our final pick for centre back is Ryan Shawcross. That's
he-
also a hatchet man.
That's
Yeah,
the-
is it serious?
That's the
Broke a man's
is that the
leg.
Barclays Tarkowski.
That's the Barclays Tarkowski, 100%.
Let's get
100%.
the Tarkowski Barclays man.
What do we think then? Because I think this is
That's
two
forced.
players the same and two players the same.
Yeah, it's
Basically, it's two hatchet men and two City defenders.
it's not.
Who
It's,
did we all bring?
it's trying to think.
Let's find
I brought a Kanji.
I brought Tarkowski.
I brought Ake.
I brought big Ryan Shawcross.
Oh jeez. Oh,
Who is underrated? then?
underrated?
I think it's top two, personally. I know I'm biased because one of them's mine, but
I'll take that.
You
Sam
brought it
Bell.
for
I mean, I don't mind it. To be fair, we all kind
I
of
like
said
all
that
four.
all four of them.
I do like all four. This is the trickiest one to just pick which one.
I'd say Ake. I'd vote Ake.
Because I think these are all four, if you want to say underrated players,
Yeah.
underrated players.
I mean,
can we
Tarkowski.
put
He,
Ake and Tarkowski in and take Cahill out?
No,
Why?
I mean we could, I suppose, but two had
There's two for
Cahill.
Cahill. Cahill's the only one
I
that's...
prefer Cahill
A
over
double vote.
Tarkowski.
Hey, he doesn't like the Cahill.
I don't like it.
He thinks he's too good to be underrated. That's what he said.
I
get
just,
that.
I don't think he's. I just think people
perfectly
know how
good.
good he is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I get your point.
Whereas I
get
think
that as well.
Tarkowski's people rate lower than he actually is, which means he's underrated. It's not about how good the player is; it's how people rate them. In my head,
So you think it's the top two?
Well,
I
I think they kind of said it was going to be top 2.
Jacob, what do you think?
I like all 4. I'm
Pick one. Pick one.
underrated. I don't think. Nah, I'll go Aki.
You going Ake? I'm
Like-
happy to go Ake.
I said Ake.
Ake. We're going for Nathan Ake as our left centre back.
I think people know what they're getting with Tarkowski.
Yeah.
You see Tarkowski, you see him at Everton top, you think, you know what you're going to get.
As we said for West Ham,
Yeah.
he plays for Everton.
Yeah, there's been too many mistakes from
Yeah.
him as well.
Fair enough. Next up, our left back and our first option is Benoit Asuakoto, the man that actually famously hated football.
Really
I
didn't
don't
like it.
think I saw much of him play.
No?
Weirdly.
I
So I really
definitely
can't
would have
comment.
saw him play, but I
yeah.
don't think he was a player that did anything. That sounds harsh, but like
He
he
played
wasn't
for-
a flying left back, and he just kind of did his job.
He was a busy player.
Yeah.
He's a busy player. I think
This
he's-
again might come into the category of he's a Barclaysman, so he became more overrated than under.
Slightly.
Could be,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I can hear that.
And it's
I
on
don't
a, it almost sounds like an iconic name in Barclays
Yeah.
Premier League
Ideally,
yes.
lore, you know
Yeah,
what I
And
mean?
the fact
Yeah.
that
I don't
the
think
Afro,
I don't think he
the
spoke about
Yeah,
as
hating
much in the Barclays, man. I don't remember seeing his name that
No,
much. That's,
he's the left back in the Barclays team.
Did you bring this
certainly
up?
very, very close to it.
do I just unveil now? Yeah,
You may as well, we're not
yeah,
really,
this is me.
Did
That
you
was
watch Asuakoto?
I've seen him a couple of times on Match of the Day. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on, he saw him watching Match of the Day, guys.
Left back was difficult to pick.
Next up, we have Alexander Kolarov.
Oh.
That one I do like more. We definitely watched it.
I mean, obviously.
He was a bit like
Thunderblaster.
the Man City version of Marcus Alonso.
But I just
Or
think
Reece.
In what way?
I think he was
It's
too-
shooting. What do you mean in what way?
Not that way.
Oh, not in that way, obviously.
No, obviously. I didn't
Are you,
infer
are you wanting us to get cancelled?
I didn't
That's
infer it that.
I know.
I
Thumbs
didn't-
out the flat chat.
No, I didn't infer that way. I said, like, in what way is he comparable to Marcus Alonso? I
You
don't
said
see
it in what way? He knew he was doing it.
I didn't know I was
Ah,
doing
you're
it.
naughty, naughty.
Yeah, I did know.
Look, I bet we'll be able to see. Look at his wee face. He was grinning away. You
I
can't
did
see
it.
what
The
he was
Cheshire
doing.
Cat was out.
What, I was going to say,
Unbelievable.
lads, it's now against the law in flat chat to smile, so I'm just going to sit here like this.
Oh, is it the problem?
I think Kolarov was good.
Kolarov
Yeah.
was
But
good.
I think he was just a bit slow
Bit
until they
sluggish.
moved him on because
Yeah.
of that.
That's why I think he's underrated. People just think FIFA slow. It was so much more than that.
Similar
I
to
think
what
it's
you
because
think
I
with
watched him
Tarkowski.
against us once and he get done for pace so often, and you were just like, we can get at them because of Kolarov. But I think it's because
But when he was
I think it's because
playing,
of the levels of every other
when he was
player.
playing, he was really
He's
solid.
He's also a bit of what Heggie was saying earlier. He's someone when you see, oh, forgot about him. Forgot to
Where
put
was
that
he
back.
at before Man City? Was it in Germany or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Good question.
Schalke?
I was going to say Schalke, but
I don't know.
know why.
I feel like a lot
I
of
feel
people
like it
have
is
done that.
Germany somewhere. Hold on.
We'll let Heggie
Very
check and
right,
I'll move
maybe.
on to the next player.
Well, he's checking.
Kolarov signed for Man City from Lazio.
So Italy.
Never would have guessed that.
No.
There you go. Next player though, we have Nacho Monreal.
I think he comes under the Kolarov, but not quite the same level. of
Yeah.
just-
He was not. He didn't have the shooting ability that Kolarov had. He was a bit like a Surkoto, a busy player.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Monreal was underrated. I like that shout. Whoever said it.
Thank you. So it was me. It's the Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And our last player is Cesar
That,
Espinal.
no.
At left
No.
back,
This is.
which is interesting.
No. Just straight away,
Heggie,
no.
what do you
I was
think?
going to put him overrated.
Overrated.
I think he's perfectly rated.
Another busy player, but the best version of that.
See, when you actually watch this Peliqueta, right?
Uh-huh.
It was good. Bit
Yeah.
like Cahill, I think, is better than him. As
Uh,
an actual player. It was because he wore the armband. I think
Cahill
he was
wore the
slightly
armband at one point
overrated.
as well, did he not?
Yeah, but because he did the Champions League. You know what I
Ah,
mean?
but still,
That's the
that's...
Champions
Jacob,
League.
this was you.
This was me.
Now, are you going to make a case that's because you think he's underrated at left back? Because he did play
If
a
you made
season
that
or two
case, I
left
might
back.
be able to
That-
back it.
I thought maybe you were coming
it was
with that.
I didn't know where to put him, and I think that worked for him really well in that he could play in all three
Yeah.
Versatile.
and be like as good. Like I'm pretty sure they won the league with him swapping
Yeah.
between fullbacks, and they won the league with him being the third centre half.
Yeah, they did, yeah. But
So
definitely left back was a change, but that's where you were like, he's good. He's very good at left back.
Aye.
He
I don't-
doesn't look out of place.
I was going to say, I would be picking Kolarov here.
Yeah.
I think I would be happy to concede to Monreal, to be honest.
I just
I
don't think
know
it's.
Jacob doesn't.
I
think
know-
I don't think
Kolarov-
it's the. I don't think. It's the
I know
bottom
more
top
about
two.
Kolarov than Monreal.
So you're saying
Like I feel
Monreal,
I've seen,
because you don't
I
know
know
as
more,
much,
no,
or-
I know more of how Kolarov was as a player, and I feel like that's fair to put him then as underrated. Monreal, I just can't remember him doing much at Arsenal.
it's
at
just-
all.
I think
Considering-
the best way to explain Monreal was he came in and we just didn't expect. It was a time where we were not very good, and
Yeah.
he was a solid left back option for us. That's what it was.
Please stop saying Fabian Schär. I think it's been said like 8 times in the chat.
Fabian
Oh,
Schär, Fabian Schär.
Fabian Schär is not going to be here.
Mourinho played Aspi over Cole at left back in his second stint.
How old
There
was
you go.
Cole in the second?
Oh,
Aye, but Cole
What,
was
first
on
old.
his way to
35?
Cole-
on his way to Derby.
He was on his way to the retirement thing.
Did he know? I mean, he went 3 more clubs after it, so. must have
LA
been
Galaxy
that
as
old,
well.
Yeah. Who are we picking here?
Who we
boys?
are we picking?
I'm
Yeah.
voting Kolarov.
Azpilicueta.
We're not picking Cesar Azpilicueta.
Because he's good.
He is too good for this list. He is very good. He's not underrated.
He's perfectly rated, I think.
He's
Everyone just rates him as a very
Yeah.
good player.
maybe it's because he's not Chelsea. I
You know
think
what
he's
I
Chelsea's
thought
best
about as
right back.
well, and I don't know if this is a wrong way of done it. I kind of thought of players who we never ever put in drafts, and I feel like it's harsh of us to never have put them in drafts.
I feel like Ivanovic is a better version for Chelsea of that. But I know you've picked this left back.
Yeah,
so
this is
he's
nice.
the-
but I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
Ivanovic.
I think it's the middle two.
Yeah.
I think it's about
I'm happy with Kolarov or Monreal.
I'd go Kolarov.
First one to say Kolarov, first one to say Monreal in the chat. Who's it
Who is
getting?
it? Who is it? Who
Can you
is it?
pass me my drink in my bag whilst you're... Cheers.
Who we having? Who we having?
Oh.
If it comes up Fabian Shaw, what do we do?
We just we just banned the person who's put it in.
Oh.
If it's Nathan. Oh,
Kolarov.
Kolarov. It's twice in
There
there.
you go.
Alexander.
Kolarov.
So you need
Easy.
to be on your toes in the chat because it's
Exactly.
exactly a chat vote.
We
Yeah,
might need
exactly.
it if it's a wee draw. Next up, our 6, our defensive midfielder in our underrated
I
11.
can't even remember who I've said.
Michael
Of
Carrick.
course he appears.
There he is.
Carrick's
There's the
you
man.
can't-
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah.
If he appears twice, he goes straight in. I hope that doesn't happen again. Gilberto Silva. Oh,
I didn't see
I've never
enough
watched him play.
or any
yeah,
of him.
that's a fair assessment.
That's definitely Aaron.
Nemanja
I
Matic
really like that. He came when...
and Francis Coquelin.
Right, I don't like that. He came, Matic
Oh,
came
give it a
when
shot.
Yaya Toure was there, and I remember Chelsea beating them, and it was the first midfielder that could stop Yaya, and I was just like, what on earth?
And then he what,
I mean,
banned-
I was in Liverpool, I remember watching it, I was just like, oh my god, I didn't know who this guy was. And he was ridiculous.
The
and
first
then,
Matic memory I have is when he scored in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Oh, the
Yeah,
bar
left foot.
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking of, yeah.
yeah. He played next to Kante in that 3-4-2-1 or whatever it was Chelsea did under Conte.
I think
and he
he's-
was just a brilliant...
He's very much because of the players he played with, like the Kante and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's forgotten a lot.
I loved
And
him.
then he went to Man United in a struggling team,
Yeah.
and he was probably one of their better players. Coquelin is known for what?
Being a human Beyblade against you. That's hard.
That's exactly why I put him in, because you all remember that moment.
The
He came
Beyblade.
in and he was well, actually when he came to Arsenal, he was a wide midfielder, left mid, and then we realised, oh, he can tackle well.
So you
And he
put him
came
the
in
end.
and did that job for us for a few seasons and was very. I mean, the fact that you guys are laughing, the
See
fact
when-
that you laughed at
yeah.
it makes
See
me
when
think,
a player
maybe it's
comes
him.
in that you were really close to putting in, you just like feel like that's your vote has to go there. And
No,
I,
that's a
I love the
fair
Matic shout.
I like the match.
Yeah. Out of the 3 remaining,
I don't
that's
need to say
not
any more
mine.
about
I want to
that.
know Aaron's thoughts on Gilberto Silva.
Gilberto Silva as a player, I definitely
What's I'm
remember.
here for?
Basically, he came in straight after Vieira and was very, very good. I don't think they noticed the drop.
He played with Vieira in the Invincibles.
And then after, when he left, he came in and did the role as well.
I don't know. I didn't watch him.
I remember seeing
He
him
could
play.
have anything
He-
from
he stayed for
80
longer.
to 250 Prem appearances. I wouldn't know.
I think Aaron's point could probably be that he played for Arsenal and he doesn't get talked about like the other players he played with, like Vieira. I think that's maybe why he goes.
Maybe. I
He-
think
he
he doesn't
did
get
the-
talked about because of how long ago it was, man.
Yeah, and he did the job of
An
Well,
ugly job.
the ugly job. It's not Carrick because we've done this
Yeah,
so
it's
many
not Carrick.
times. I just want to get rid of Carrick from this conversation.
But he is underrated.
He's not. He's
Genuinely
perfectly rated now.
overrating him.
You have to be. You have to be.
Yeah. Out of the ones remaining, I think it's Matic.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I think it's Matic as well. I think that was a good show. Who was that?
Me.
And you said.
That
But
was
I
the
think
first
it's
name I wrote.
Chelsea Matic.
Yeah, that was the first name I wrote in my team.
We're not picking Man United Matic.
I thought
I had
it
a
was the
couple
first name I thought of when I thought of underrated.
Next up, onto our centre mid, our 8, as you will. Yuri Tielemans,
He's
Go
got,
through
he's
them all, and then we'll just.
Thomas
I wanna
Suzuki.
go through them all. Yeah.
Marwan Fellaini, And Yuri Tielemans.
Well, the fact that
Oh,
he's here
double
twice.
dose.
We
What's
do
it
have a
for
Yuri
Yuri
Tielemans. Does that mean he's gonna go straight in? But we'll,
I mean, in fairness, he's
Does
now
make
getting
my
rated as
difference.
a bit of a baller now. I mean, he always was a bit of a baller. He was
I
really
said
good with
Tielemans.
Leicester.
I also said Tielemans.
I said Rosicky.
Now,
I went for Fellaini.
Rozicki's the one that I said was, if you googled it, that one popped up because I did this to book for the midfielders I was struggling, and Rozicki is what Aaron's put in. Why have you put Rozicki?
Because he was really good for Arsenal. He doesn't get spoken about. He doesn't get spoken about as much.
Is that the highest pitch there's ever been on a flat chat?
Look at Arsenal.
What foot was he on?
I don't
He
remember.
struggled with Messi's. I feel that's harsh.
He was a classy player. He was
Yeah.
very injury prone. which
I
is a
thought
big
that as
issue.
well, Unico. I thought Brzezinski was a 10.
He was, I would say, more of a 10, but voice was going
We all,
there as well.
when we talk about Rosicky, we just all lost our
Yeah.
voices.
How many of Aaron's players has he watched play?
I've seen Rosicky play.
I really liked Fellaini. I thought he was
Yeah.
unbelievable at us. He was our best player, and then he was constantly Mourinho's go-to man
Had
at
the
Man
goal,
U as well.
the goal threat as well. A bit of the
He also
classic.
just kept the ball brilliantly.
It's a bit like what McTominay is now.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
both boxes sort of man.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
also I feel
Mikel
a bit-
Merino.
I feel Fellaini.
He also must have 100+ caps.
Fellaini's, I
in
think, ruined. I
best
think by the big
international-
transfer. I think
Fellaini?
Yeah.
I think he'll have close to 100 caps.
Fellaini, I think, is ruined a
Really?
little bit by the big transfer going to Man United and
I actually think
Yeah,
Fellaini's
there's a lot of-
ruined
not
by
being
his
not.
height.
Be,
You think what?
I think he's ruined by his height and how he looks. I think
The
people
aesthetics of him.
Yeah.
I get that. That's a good
just,
point.
87. People
Close
just
to.
clown him because of that.
17 goals, I think that's it. Wow.
I actually like all. I think all these options. I actually do think Rozicki is kind of underrated because he's so injury prone, but he was a very good player.
Alright, roasty
Toasty
toasty.
toasty now. But it's not going to be Rozicki. I
No.
don't think.
No.
I think we're going to put Yuri Tielemans, but
Ah, you-
I
when
do
there's-
actually really like.
I
Fellaini
think if there's
shout.
ever two of someone's thing, I think
It
that
has
just
to be,
immediately
yeah.
goes in.
Yeah. But Fellaini, I think Higgy's very right. The aesthetics of how he actually looks comes into it. The big afro, we all think it's sideshow.
and
dog.
again, the big transfer, I think, kind of does not favour.
But that's
Fellaini
why I
in
think
this,
it
in
also
my opinion.
becomes a bit underrated because of how poor United were. At
Yeah.
the time. It wasn't just him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just him. Obviously, I'm not saying it was just him, but I think the fact that there's two Tielemans here.
Yeah, Higgy, what you did Tielemans? What's your thoughts?
I think I was bad for thinking he was terrible before
Because he's slow.
he
So in
moved to
5
Villa.
years, the Zubamendi pick will be coming straight in here.
I'm more than happy to be wrong about Zubamendi. It's just an early.
It's just
thing.
an early
But
action.
Tielemans, when I first saw him play, I thought people just rate him because he's good in FIFA and I wonder.
Well, he was always that wonder kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I thought I just don't rate it.
He's
And
went.
then
He's went. Then
recently, he's been unbelievable.
He's went to Villa and been class.
good at
He was
Leicester
good at
too.
Leicester.
The
Yeah,
last-
yeah, he definitely was, but I felt he was still lazy at Leicester, whereas at Villa,
Yeah.
I think he's now not
I
lazy.
think he's got a good manager that's helping
Yeah,
him.
he's got the
and
best.
he's got the good structure around him. That midfield of Villa
Yeah.
is perfect for a player like him. He's got the energy, the legs around
Yeah,
him, and
like
I think he's able to
Yeah.
do what he can do. I put him as well. I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
The most
Get him in.
energetic midfield next
Oh, I
to
know.
either Kamara, Onana, McGinn,
Oh,
anyone
ridiculous.
that will run.
That really is.
Basically,
That's all he needs.
he's a runner.
Onto our attacking
Runner,
midfielder.
transfer.
This is maybe we could have had Rozicki, but we have Dimitri Payet.
He's
We have Mateus Pereira.
Is that the West Brom boy?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, and Christian Eriksen. A real differing level. Of
I more
ability here.
associate Payet with a winger though.
I really struggled with this position.
So who did you put?
Silva.
You put Silva.
That's
Just
what
because I think he is not far off the level of like a De Bruyne, but because he played in those teams, people don't talk about him the way that they should, in my opinion. But
One thing I will say
There
about
was about two years ago. Rory Jennings. He says Bernardo Silva is the best player in the Premier League. So he was talked about in
yeah,
that way.
Ruined it for you.
No,
I
but
never
that's-
heard that.
That's Rory
No, no.
Jennings.
I was
though.
going to say,
You know what I mean?
I think one thing that goes in Bilba's favour is the fact that they put him out to right to accommodate having him and De Bruyne.
But
in
that's
the team.
because of
that's the
because
level of ability.
when a player
that he
gets
has.
moved out of position and still stays in the team, it's because they are very, very, very good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
They
saying.
are a
That's
key
what I was about-
cog in the team.
That's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
the fact that
I actually quite like the Eriksen shout here. Whoever said it.
I liked it,
I like it
but
as well.
see how bad he was at Man U and for so long too. Like,
But is that then you then putting him down even though he was like unbelievable?
He was great for Spurs.
It was
He's
past his
pretty sure he's
balls.
getting like
but,
crazy
he was,
stats.
but for so like he left Spurs at like 30, if that, maybe younger. Obviously, what then happened? To
Also,
him.
yeah,
Was
then
Man U not
Brentford.
after that?
Yeah,
it was
Brentford.
it was
that's what
it
I'm
was
saying,
Spurs,
yeah.
Brentford, then
Brentford, yeah.
United.
And he was good for Brentford.
Yeah, it was
You know,
brilliant for
and
them.
it shows you that in a Spurs team, in a Man United team, he was decent for a little bit before he went.
He was
like,
never good.
his
at Man.
first 6
You
months. He was
constantly
alright.
saw him getting put in the midfield, and you were like, well, he can't do anything.
But that's more a stupid. That was stupid because he didn't have, like we've said with Tielemans, he didn't have the support.
Who said
around him.
Mateus Pereira?
That was me. Again, that's more just he
Had a
was
brilliant season.
incredible for a season. We were linked to him, and then I was like, I then looked him up, going, where's he
He
gone now?
disappeared immediately.
Exactly,
Off
just
to
disappeared off the
Saudi
face of the
Arabia,
earth.
and now he's back in Brazil, I think. I just couldn't believe that that's what he did with his career. Like, he was such a talented player.
I
Scored
said
against-
Payet.
That was
Yeah.
me, and I think he was the best player in the league for a season. And I think a player that just comes into West Ham for not that much money.
Payet gets talked about so much, though. I think.
But does he? Like,
But-
not in those conversations?
Like, he then went to the Euros. He'd never been in the France squad. He went to the Euros that year and was scoring bangers and playing.
I remember
every
feeling
game.
as if he was one of the main men
Yeah, he was one
going
of the-
for France.
he was.
Yeah.
Because he
I do
scored
remember
that last minute goal via Romania and played in other games.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. It's gonna be not Pereira. I wanted to put a
Yeah,
player
I
I
in
just
like
don't
that.
think it is Payet.
Why?
Why not?
Like, I hate to bookmark Jacob, but you've slagged Hazard for being done at 30 many a time. And Payet
Yeah, but
was
there's
done early.
levels to the game.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
Hazard's
he's
cool.
Hazard.
Yeah, but
Hazard was done at 28.
Remember the wee Rabona? Oh,
he was
that one
obviously
year was just
unbelievable.
An
for a
unbelievable
season.
player.
free
Yeah,
kick alone as well.
The Palace
Oh,
Or the Man U one.
I don't know. I know it's the Palace one.
Was it maybe just a purple patch he had? And it was
was just
performing
really, really
above
good
his
for-
level?
But if we see a Michu here, is what you're meaning? That you're not going to be
Yeah.
having that as underrated, are you?
No, but that was just a goal scoring thing. Payet was literally the best player in the league for
Yeah.
a year. He then did it internationally for the best
Yeah.
Like
team.
Semenyo's been one of the best players in the league this year.
Are we expected to see him at some point? Or?
I wouldn't say he's underrated. I think he's just
Perfectly
like,
rated.
decent.
I'm hearing. I feel like I'm getting the vibe that we think it's Eriksen.
I would want to put Eriksen in, especially because it's Aaron and the rest of these picks have been hooners.
I think we'll get. Do you want to get an Aaron pick in? Christian Eriksen.
Not offence, Aaron, but
Some taken.
Some taking loads taken. He feels like it's in a personal attack if you
Why
don't
have I
like his
showed
pick.
up? We're going for Christian Eriksen.
it's of course not a personal attack.
Onto the right wing position. Eriksen has gone in. We have first up Xherdan Shaqiri.
I love that pick.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I
That's a
love
solid
that
pick.
pick.
Damien Duff.
Don't know it.
Don't hate it.
Mark Albrighton.
Ooh.
And Noni Madueke. Just for your boy Jacob.
Noni Madueke is not underrated. The amount of money that's been spent on him, the people who
Money's
high
not anything to do with under.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
it's
It,
clearly
could-
what
it
they
definitely,
rate
it
him,
definitely
how high
can
to
be.
pay the
It
money.
definitely- it can be a.
No, it is.
It can
clearly
be.
rate
The
him
fact
high
they
enough
paid
to pay
what,
that
like
money.
60 million
I,
for.
I base it on what people think, not Arsenal Football Club, like how they rate their players.
Fair.
This is what they say here. Madueke. Wasn't Duff a left winger?
No, Duff was a right wing, was he not?
Two have said left, so I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I thought he was a right.
I don't.
I think he was right as well.
I don't
Wait,
know.
no, because Robin played with Duff.
Yeah, maybe.
So he would have been a left winger. I don't think it's Duff anyway, but Aaron, that was you. So what did you do? You didn't watch him either, so tell me more.
Yeah, I thought it was solid for Chelsea in that team they had under Mourinho. That's the reason why he's there.
0012.
You think that? Oh, what?
In Madueke this year, 0012.
Oh, that's just in the league. Come on now.
Look
And
at
that-
the way people are talking about Madueke. Madueke's an unbelievable footballer.
He's just not a bit. He's just, a
he's
very-
just been ruined.
right.
Not
What
ruined,
I've seen
I feel
from
ruined.
him, he beats his man over and over again. He's a very, very talented.
Isn't that
footballer.
what you want your winger
his
to do?
big
Like,
issue
you want
is-
your winger to beat his man.
But you do want slightly more when you're playing for
I also
Arsenal
think
and paying that price for him.
Chelsea
He
have-
doesn't do enough end product wise.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
Chelsea have very poor to average wingers, and they were happy to get rid of them to a
So-
rival.
But
Because of the money.
a lot of
Right,
a lot
exactly.
of Chelsea fans are like, well, why have we got rid of Madueke and brought in players that are worse? That's what they're all
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
as
Like
well.
their players aren't great, but I don't
Yeah.
think they were like, oh, what a big massive loss. I don't think they were ever thinking that.
It's just
He's,
think
he's not under. Shaqiri is a far better pick.
Yeah,
here.
Shaqiri.
It's Shaqiri or Albrighton.
I think Madueke is hurt because he's English. See if Madueke was like from Ghana,
Or France. Or
Or
something like that.
just anywhere where he's going to be a first choice in an international team, I think he's much higher rated. I think
Maybe
he's
not
never
France,
going to
yeah.
get a cap.
Maybe not
done
France,
really
then.
well when he
So that- he
played.
plays
for
for
Yeah, but
England.
he's
He does.
not going to play over. He's not going to be a starter because
But I
he's
feel he's
playing
not going to be a
Thomas
starter over
Tuchel likes him.
That's what I mean.
Tuchel
Like,
really likes him.
I think he's just getting hurt by being a squad player when he's so much more than that.
Yeah.
But he's a
We've-
squad. He's a squad player because of his level.
They spent 60 million on him.
to be a squad player though. Like he was never going
Yeah.
to start above Saka, and they've just gave Saka a new contract.
I don't. Right, I'm going to say this can't be Madueke. There's Jacobs 2 against it.
Yeah,
That's definitely can.
I
I don't love Albrighton and I don't love Duff, but I like Shaqiri.
So
I love the Shaqiri shout straight away.
So I brought Shaqiri simply because he was a bit of what Madueke is as a squad player, but he came in and offered magic. And he's in a team that also we now know won things.
Well, that Barca team. Sorry, not Barca.
Barca.
The game against Barca.
He played,
they didn't have him. They didn't have Salah or Firmino that day.
Yeah.
So he started on the right.
So Xherdan Shaqiri going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he did a lot. He's a bit.
He also does. He scored in like Euros World Cup, Euros World Cup, Euros World Cup. I think it was 6 tournaments in a row.
He's a big game
We
player.
really need to speed this up. It's been 44 minutes.
Oh wow. Right, we'll move on quicker. It is Shaqiri.
Yeah, left
You
wing.
wanted us to bring 4 teams when I said to you yesterday.
That was just for fun.
4 teams.
I didn't know we'd go through it like this.
Danny Welbeck, striker.
Don't mind that.
Diego Costa.
Don't mind that.
Demba Ba.
Don't mind that.
And Yakubu.
I literally never seen Yakubu play, so
Aaron,
I can't even comment.
Aaron did because he brought him. Aaron.
Did you think it was me? Because it was an Everton one.
Fantastic player for Everton. Like, goal scoring record speaks for itself.
I know you know about Yakubu is feed the yak and he will score.
And he did. And he scored
He certainly
loads.
did.
The others though, we'll move past Yakubu.
It can't be Welbeck, but I really like the Costa shout because when a player comes in and then just has that is that good.
He was terrifying.
Yeah.
I picked
Aye,
Costa.
but
He was
he-
terrifying.
Why can it not be Welbeck?
I think because he's had one 10-goal season in his career. I feel like you can't.
I think
he can't
Welbeck
be
could
underrated.
almost be overrated because everyone's like, oh, he could be going to the.
Yeah,
oh,
he's
he could
no.
go-
If he goes to the World Cup, that's hilarious.
It's the World Cup. Oh.
He's having a good season this year, though. I
Yeah,
think
no,
he's
he is.
gonna
Yeah.
He is a good player, and that's what I think he is. I think everyone
think
knows what he is.
I
That's the
put him
thing.
there again because I think he's been hurt with the banter eaters of the clubs he was at.
He was at Man United's banner year.
I get that.
It was Arsenal's banner year.
Yeah.
I feel he was never first choice until he went to Brighton, and even then,
Yeah.
he was fighting others for the
I mean,
Brighton one for a bit.
He's been unlucky with the competition he's had throughout his
Aye,
career.
Rooney,
Yeah.
and etc. And all that.
Demba Ba.
I think he's
I don't love
perfectly
that
rated.
one. I like
he's-
Diego Costa. They're the best.
Aye,
Diego
he was,
Costa
he was
is
a
one of the
he
best.
was
I'm
a
biased,
he was
I'm
a
biased,
nightmare for
but,
Mourinho
yeah.
as well. Like you hated playing against him.
I remember he did this thing. He just stepped back and stood on was it Gabriel Palista's foot and managed to get him sent off.
I know.
He
that-
was like, he
Then
baffled me.
Who
what
was
he
it?
was.
Who was it when he was going to square up to someone and they decided not to?
Kissed his neck or something.
Was it
like
Company?
Yeah, him and Company once had like a battle,
You
like
just-
proper just booting each other and then shook
If
hands.
that's your striker, that's what we bought
He-
Gyökeres in, hoping he could be something like that.
But
He
he's
can't
not.
be.
He's
But
not
you
that
can't
guy.
beat- there was no
He
VAR.
isn't that guy.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Like
You couldn't
Costa
do that
got
anymore.
sent off versus us once, but I reckon he could have easily got 3-4.
Like Costa was an absolute
The animal.
B word to
He was
play
an
against.
Yeah, don't swear again.
Yeah.
Next up, our left winger, and we have Dirk Kuyt, Raheem Sterling, Jefferson Montero, and Wilfred Zaha. I'll start.
Oh, Zaha's a shout.
That is a very good shout.
Who the hell put Dirk Kuyt?
Me?
Is that right winger?
Who put Jefferson Montero?
That was me.
I
That was again Arsenal PTSD. He was unbelievable against every time. I couldn't believe it. I was just watching. And I
I'm
just
trying to think if I've ever seen him.
That's
I
why
must have, but
Jefferson Montero for
was
Swansea.
he rapid?
Yeah, left winger. He just absolutely destroyed
That's
us.
the way-
Chat's loving this Kuyt pick on the wrong wing.
Okay. Aaron, you bought Kuyt.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Very, very solid for Liverpool. A lot of my players were just very, very solid for the teams they were in, were perhaps overshadowed by other players.
Just get Zaha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm putting Wilfred Zaha.
He was just the best player.
Who brought Wilfred Zaha?
That was me. He was just the best player in a struggling Palace side, and for years Palace fans say he kept them up, and he was just brilliant.
He was a very, very good
Yeah.
player.
Without Zaha, they would have been so much worse than
I
they
enjoyed-
were.
a lot more goals
I
than I
enjoyed
realised
his.
as well.
I enjoyed his clapback at Mateta, from
Good
Mateta
part, innit?
saying that Zaha laughed at him for saying he would make the France squad. So yeah, we'll go for that. See what the team is then.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
The full
Oh.
team is Pepe Reina in goals. We've got a back two with Gary Cahill and Nathan Ake,
I
Pablo
like that.
Zabaleta and Kolarov.
Back to
Back
Okay.
four.
Back four. The Nemanja Matic in the 6, Yuri Tielemans in the 8, and Christian Eriksen in the 10, and then Xherdan Shaqiri on the right, Diego Costa on the up front, and Wilfred Zaha left wing.
That's a very good team.
Where does
That's
that
a
team
team.
finish in the Prem?
Top 4.
Wouldn't say
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
At least.
That's a top 4 team right now.
If it's every player at their peak,
Well, yeah, it's not
Yes,
going to be them now, is
it's-
it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, is it just how they were, or if it's at their peak, that team could
How
push
they
for a
were.
title?
How they were.
Yeah.
You'd hate to play against
It's
that
top
team,
four.
I'd say
It's a
that.
good
but
team. Very good team. Very good team.
You'd hate to play against that.
Let's get on to the fun part. The overrated.
Not good squad depth.
Overrated 11, starting with.
I hate my overrated 11, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I think you could.
I thought it was hard.
I think we could
It
easily
is,
slag
it is.
mine.
Vicario,
I did not know that was his
That was
first
his first name.
Who rates him?
Guglielmo.
Emi Martinez,
Yeah, don't mind that.
Jordan Pickford,
Don't mind that.
and Hugo Lloris.
Really like the Lurie one, and
Is he overrated?
I was so close to putting it, so by that logic, I like it more. He just was never
Because he
that
won the World
amazing.
Cup.
He was just the number one for so long.
Emi Martinez, and I'll die on that hill. This guy. I can't stand
I
him.
don't mind the Martinez. I don't mind the
close to
Martinez
putting
shout.
that, and then just this season he had the greatest game ever against Everton. so
it's-
straight away
that
it's
does
just
that does skew things.
I mean, to be fair, Martinez, he's basically just a bit of a SS merchant. And
he's
I
a
can't
clutch.
stand
He's a
him.
clutch goalie, which
he
is
makes
very.
so
I-
many
I-
silly
I-
mistakes though as well.
I watched Jorginho hit a shot, it comes back off his head and it goes in. I've
That's
seen
not his
that.
fault.
Pickford is gammon.
He's
Who brought Pickford?
Me.
Eggy boy.
I don't think he's gammon, definitely not. I just feel because he's been England's number one for so long, when England haven't had other good goalies, people overrate him slightly.
I actually
think
like-
it's just slightly.
He
Though.
gets called T-Rex arms. Like,
yeah.
That's just because he's shorter for a
Yeah,
normal
but
goalie.
like-
I think
I kind of think
Pickford's-
that's right. I think
he's
I
as
don't
good
think-
as Lloris.
I don't think enough people say how bad England's second and third
Yeah.
choices have been. I think because they're English, they constantly try and
Yeah.
big them up.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always said a Pickford's easily number one.
It's a
I
bit-
don't think it is. I think it's partly.
it's a
that
bit
he's
like
not-
managers. They really struggle for goalkeepers and managers.
Yeah.
But Pickford is good.
England have never had a manager win their own league.
Here.
I'm happy with
I like
Lloris.
the Lloris
Yep,
shout.
that was
said-
me. That
yeah.
was me.
Who said Vicario?
That was me.
Who rates him?
Just they
They-
did
there
for a
was,
bit.
there
Aye,
was.
there was a
Still
point
do
where they
it,
did
2
great.
months.
But not
They
anymore.
still
Not
do.
anymore.
Aye, not
People
anymore.
the media
Not
Nah,
anymore.
They think he's
That's just
dog.
people. That's just people that haven't. They've disappeared for a year and come back again. That's all it is.
I just
He's
think
not
he's so
good.
bad.
Emi Martinez once again hating on him.
Like, I think if he's a rated a 6, I think it's fine because I'm then saying he's 4 worse than that. He's a 2 out of 10 goalie. I just think it's dreadful. I wish I could take corners against him, but I'd be putting him on his head.
Oh,
so
it's so bad at them.
Heggie would just
So
shoulder
bad.
him
But
at the
he's a decent shot stopper, but that's about
That's-
it.
that's
the
what-
way
oh,
it
yeah.
stops.
That's where the prem goalie needs to
Exactly.
Also, Spurs have improved from like 16 to 13. It's not exactly not part of a good Spurs team.
On
but-
to our right back. First up, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pedro Porro. Oh, it's not doing the wee thing.
Yep.
Tyreek Mitchell,
be.
right back.
Definitely left
Who
back.
rates him?
And Pedro Porro again.
Oh, double
A
dosage.
double
of
dosage
Pedro
of Porro.
I definitely did say Tyreek Mitchell, but it was definitely left back.
It wasn't.
Was it not?
Oh, but you've got a left back. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You got a left
I,
back.
I brought 2 right backs.
You've done a me?
You've got 2 left backs.
I'm gonna not put Mitchell in at right back. I think.
Yeah. Somehow I don't think he's. Somehow I
Mitchell,
don't-
Yeah, what am I doing?
Heggie, you can mention Mitchell when we get to the left back side as well.
Yeah, you can give us 2 left
You,
back.
you don't need to talk about him right now because he is a left back. This is going to be Porro.
They'll get skip.
But-
2
Man,
votes.
these are...
What's your issue?
What's wrong with Porro?
Nobody rates him. He's
but they,
crap.
No, but they
They
do
did,
rate him,
oh,
though.
that's why-
Yeah, they did back in the day. They now know he's mints.
don't
It
think
was
they
maybe
do.
overrated a
No,
year and a
'cause
half
he's-
ago.
he's-
Aye, but it's that. I
He's
think
good
now
at- he's
people.
good at putting the ball in the box.
Yeah, he's got a
like
good delivery.
Trent.
Yeah.
But Trent's not overrated either.
Like it's
You didn't like Trent that highly.
Yeah, but I think he's perfectly rated. People know what he's good at. People
Yeah.
know what he's not, and he's just perfectly rated.
and they are very similar, aren't they? Actually, it's just Porro was a worse version of what Trent is.
At everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even defensively.
we're gonna put
Trent's
Pedro Porro in because it is 2
I mean,
people that have said
It's either that, a left back, or
it.
Trent.
Trent, who's one of the
I mean,
best that played.
I don't
there.
even know which of my left backs I think is more overrated now. Actually,
But you can choose it.
You can
Yeah,
choose at the
I actually
time,
choose
but
another one.
I'm interested to see your other one.
Yeah.
That'll be good fun.
Yeah.
On to our centre halves.
One of them.
First of all, we have Christian Romero.
Yeah.
is that Olive?
We have Wes Morgan.
Oh.
We have Harry Maguire.
Hmm.
And we have Ricardo Carvalho again.
Come
He appears twice this time.
Who said he was underrated?
Me.
I
Who
thought it
said he
you
was
that said
overrated?
No,
Jacob.
I said he was overrated.
Why is he?
argue it out, boys.
Argue, here we go.
I think what he's most known for is that Chelsea season, and everyone talks about that brilliant back four. You could name them all, and then he played 20 games or 21 games.
Across the
The-
whole season.
No, in the league.
Aye, but when he was playing, he was absolutely unbelievable.
Mustard, some would say.
Yeah,
Rolls Royce.
exactly.
I just think I think the best ability is availability.
I'm gonna be honest, when I thought of this, I thought of this because of the conversations we've had about how he played less games.
Yeah,
But that's just because
I
of that.
I really like the top shout, the top one of Christian Romero. I feel the
It's
two.
because you Jacob's picked Vicario, Porro, Romero.
How are we seriously?
just
How
a
are
twist.
we seriously
Romero.
doing overrated 11 and putting players that finished 17th last season?
Well,
in
you
the league?
picked a full-back
They
forward.
won the
Spurs
Europa
players
League,
thinking
though.
they were good picks.
They won the
not
Europa
that
League.
long ago.
But it's so you're saying just because of me?
No, not just because of you. Because of
That
how
was
people
when they were third
people
in the
say-
league.
People say that Romero's a
That was
top
2
5
years ago
centre
when they
half.
were under Ange and like 3rd, 4th in the league.
People put
They're now
Romero
mints.
as a top
Aye.
5 centre half.
Who?
People,
People died.
they
Dad.
do. They still do.
I did. Past tense.
I have never. Like people now just think they're all crap.
I was
He's
good-
not,
I was
he's
good.
not crap.
Like,
He's just he's a bit
you
of
know
a...
what I mean? Though,
Like
but
Romero, just
I
Romero
hate-
to me is just a hatchet
I
man.
hate
Good,
both
good
the
player,
midfielders.
but hatchet man.
Maguire, I could accept. Wes Morgan won a Premier League.
But
Who's
that's-
cannot
overrated?
overrate
Wes
him.
Morgan.
Heggie, do you big Wes Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, why Wes Morgan?
because I think people do what Jacob just done and just go because he
won
won
a
the
Premier
Premier
League,
League
yeah.
and he was a captain.
No,
Whereas,
not to the
see when
captain,
you
he
actually
played
watched
every
him,
game.
see when you actually watched Wes Morgan. I've watched a lot of Wes
I
Morgan.
watched that full season.
He was alright.
It was more than alright.
Truth was far better than him.
It was a perfect partnership.
Yeah, it was, but in their
Who's
careers,
turns like a bus?
yeah,
You need Morgan to be the runner.
Wes Morgan was good, but he's not as good as people make out.
I think if you just have a career that season that's that level, like he played to a Vidic level for a year.
I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he'd be. He's not.
can't-
To be fair,
Oh,
he's
this is
also,
tricky,
to be
though,
fair, we
'cause
also praised Pyatt for doing basically the same thing.
Yeah,
Who
it's the
did
same
we?
season.
Who did we pick here? Aaron, who would you pick? You put Harry Maguire.
I put Maguire. I think
No,
80
Matt,
I like Maguire.
Jacob literally just said he was unbelievable, and I don't think he was unbelievable. I think he was just good
He was very good that year.
for 1 year
Yeah, I know. But he was
in his
so
whole
good.
career.
I mean,
I didn't watch Leicester the year before, but I feel for them to have done that run, he must have been.
I have
pretty
to go
good
from
then.
relegated to.
Morgan was worse than Shawcross. Unicorn.
I don't. Yeah, probably.
I think that's his level.
Anyway,
I think.
Did that not just show how good he was that season? Then,
For
if
one
his
season.
no, but it's not just he got a top
And
six,
fi-
and you're thinking pretty good.
yeah.
He won the
Um,
Prem.
To,
And they
to
then
be-
held
I'll-
on in the
to-
Champions
we'll
League.
find-
Aaron
Well,
should
is
get
it
something
better-
in
is
here.
it better than
These
Gerrard
two
then?
argue that.
Aye, look.
Yeah,
Fair, right?
at centre half,
It's
100%.
better than Gerrard.
I'm obviously
I'll
gonna say
put
that.
that against you.
I'm an
Yeah.
Everton fan. I'll happily take that.
I'll say
Fucking G.
Romero. I'll say Romero's my
You
pick.
seen Romero?
Yeah.
Heggie, who you say? Out of these 4 options.
Maguire if I can't pick my own.
You can always
No,
pick
you
your
pick
own.
your
Nah,
own.
I'm still picking my own then.
You can always pick for like
Who you
your own.
picking?
Oh, if it was a case of picking one, I'd pick just what?
Cannot be Carvalho because someone put him for
It's
underrated.
not going to be
yeah, yeah, that's
Carvalho.
fair.
It's not going to be Carvalho for this.
I'm going the top one because I like the middle two players.
It's going to be Romero then. You two. I picked that. I actually think.
Because he won the World Cup, people would be like,
I actually quite like Heggie's thinking on Wes Morgan.
I get what he's
I
saying.
get it.
You get me a try. You
'Cause I
get
think
me.
he had that incredible team, but they
It
won
wasn't
the
an
league.
incredible team though.
Well,
It had four.
Canty in front of it.
Yeah, it had
With
four,
Mahrez,
three
who
or
then
four
went
like
to Man City.
top level players.
And then just the rest get.
But then, to be fair to him, it was the defence that really got them through that season.
Yeah, they won 1-0 about 5 times or
We're,
something.
we're going to put Romero
More
in,
than 5 times.
but I don't hate the Wes Morgan shout as much as maybe Jacob does. On to the next centre back.
Never won.
We have Ruben Diaz, John Stones,
Oh,
David Luiz, and
a
Ruben
double,
Diaz.
a double dose.
Where
of
can
I
his way
think
onto
that's
this
the
list, please?
highest rated or the highest level 4
Yeah.
we've had since.
Tricky, this one.
This one's
It's big.
tough.
There's big players here.
Well, we know who's going in.
Ruben Diaz, I'm going to pencil in,
Yeah.
but I want a wee discussion here on why. Well, Heggie, why is Diaz there first of all? Because I know you didn't. But along with
Because
myself.
Stones is clearly better than him, and Diaz won Player of the Year, and he's actually a bit dog water. He's a
Yeah.
block
Did
merchant.
you watch him against Brian Broby? When he
Broby.
just- when he
Mr.
just-
Broby.
Aye, him.
Mr. Robbie.
When he just he threw him to the floor, powerful, pacey, and Diaz was just like oh.
What did I do?
Diaz,
What did
I've just never rated Diaz as highly as some other people have.
I think
I
his
don't know
first
what it
season
is
was
about.
really
I
good.
know
I don't
clearly,
know what it is
clearly
about.
neither have I. But
Did you put him as well?
I put him as well. But he came in and they won the title like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
Which
Aye,
is-
he's,
is
he's,
incredible.
he's just a solid centre half.
Being a starting centre half.
Yeah, but he's
At
there's
John-
something about him. He just
John,
gets away with so
John
much.
Stones being here, I think, is really harsh.
Why is John Stones here, Jacob?
I think he's known for being on the ball. I think at centre half he's just he can be found out. He can. I also think that
How did this team win? Like, how did we get Man City centre backs
because
here?
they're
and they've won
obviously just,
everything?
I think it's because they're just so good. But they had the players
Yeah.
that were the literal best in the world, like your De Bruyne's, your David Silva's, Aguero. Like they were the literal best in their position.
These are very, very, very good ball-playing centre-backs.
Yeah.
Let's put that way. In fact, David Luiz is as well.
I love
but
David Luiz.
if they get put in a different team that didn't have the Man City
Yeah.
structure, you think they'd be found out?
They'd struggle. They'd be found out.
What's been said?
Jonathan just salty because he left Everton.
I was thinking that.
You got great money for him.
Well done, it went in your bank.
Aaron, why David Luiz?
Again, great
Luiz.
ball playing centre half, but he was left found out a lot. I think.
He had a lot of moments.
He had a lot of moments where you thought, yeah, you've been found
But
out.
I think
I
maybe
feel
because of
people
those
knew that
moments.
about like Louise, and it was like funny. He was like memeable because of it.
But I also think he was better than people said he was at the time.
Yeah,
like he was
definitely.
winning things, and he won La Liga a couple of times. He came back, won it with Chelsea again in that middle of the back three.
I think he's been saved by that though. I think the people he's been saved by the fact, he's a funny meme in that as well.
Yeah.
When in reality, you think that's just not what you want your centre back to be doing, and he did that too often.
I think my point for David Luiz, I just think people talk about how terrible he was when he came to Arsenal. I actually quite enjoyed him at Arsenal. He made a few mistakes, but obviously he does. He makes mistakes.
Yeah, obviously, in terms of character, fantastic
Like,
character.
I actually
Yeah, it
don't
was
really
like-
remember him at Arsenal. I know he was there during COVID.
He was,
Even at Chelsea, he was left found out quite a few times.
How much can you be found out? Similar to Stones and Diaz, I suppose. If you're winning, like all these players have just won and were key players when they won things.
And also,
Yeah.
when teams play like Man City do and that Chelsea team do, the defenders are going to get found out more because they've got more of the ball.
Yeah,
They're
and
going to
they're-
make
and they're-
more
and
mistakes.
you're,
And also
you're
they-
asking
they've-
David Luiz and John Stones to do a lot more than you're
They also
asking.
they've got
it's
way
a
more,
James Tarkov.
way more space to defend.
Yeah, and it's also like it's the exact same thing as like why do Rangers and Celtic get more penalties? Because they're in the other box more.
Yeah.
They're going to make more mistakes because
Yeah.
they've got
People
the ball
love to
more.
just properly think about why things are happening in football, though.
Aye.
They just love to say,
Yeah.
It's because of
Stones
this.
has been skint more, or Stones get done at the halfway line. Well, yeah, he's having to be a centre half at the halfway line. Michael Keane doesn't leave his own box.
Yeah. We're going for Ruben Diaz.
That was easy. Yeah.
I mean-
Because, yeah,
Double dosage.
he just loves a block. Let's put it that way.
Just loves a block.
Left back, we have Luke Shaw, Kieran Tierney, Tyreek Mitchell, Milos Kerkez, and Luke Shaw again. So another one.
Shaw.
we
A double
love
Luke
we
Shaw.
love a double dose.
The double Luke Shaw, we'll start with that because we're going to put him in.
To start
Jacob
with-
and to Aaron.
I believe, yeah.
People still think he should be England starting left back.
But is that not
There's no way.
Who should be?
Hall's better.
Nico,
Lewis Skelly's
Nico
better.
Riley?
I mean, he's also better. Yeah.
And he's not even really a fullback.
Tino Livramento, if he can play there.
yeah. He's
He's eligible. He's
is he
eligible for
better
Scotland,
than-
by the way.
No, he's not
Nah,
going to play right. He's not
not
going to play right
anymore.
back.
No.
Because he's played for England. And
Sad
Yeah, we're
times.
not getting
Sad
that.
times.
We might still get Barnes. But
Yeah, Harvey.
We all know who we've all put here, don't we?
Who about Tierney?
Me.
Why?
I think he's bang average, and I always think he has been. It's not a slighted Celtic or anything.
Oh,
No, that's fair.
Like I'll say Cal McGregor, very underrated. I think Tierney is very, very overrated.
I would say he's been very
he's
bang.
certainly done
He's
now.
been very bang average
Tierney,
for us this
throughout
season.
his career, has been good at
Crossing the ball
defending, running very, very fast up and down the line,
and get the ball in the
putting
box.
a good ball in,
Yeah.
and that's literally it.
He was.
He's technically terrible. He's not got a right foot. I just don't get it.
So obviously this is first time at Arsenal, and
Obviously, taking.
he came in I think it was under Emery at first. He was actually quite good in that system, but then Arteta came in. The system kind of changed a wee bit, and we quite quickly moved past him.
Also,
and then moved past the player that replaced him. Quite
Also, to
quickly
be
as
fair,
well.
to Heggy's point, Tierney was injured a lot.
And it is things like what you've just said. His technical quality in the ball.
Yeah.
was.
I wouldn't
lacking.
say Tierney watching him is a very good technical player.
I think Shaw, like Smalling, has been at Man U since 2014, and he's just been the Man U level, and he's just never really been
Yeah.
great.
He's one of the first players that Man United fans go to if he's had a bad game.
I just
I think.
he's fat. I think he plays.
Wow.
I think he plays.
Look, I don't have any
Like,
personal.
if you're comparing him
Look,
to Kerkez,
I've not gone for
Definitely.
personal attacks. Kerkez is a good shout as well. He's been.
see if Kerkez, I think, is the perfect shout if you did this in like August. I think now no
I-
one actually rates
Yes,
him as high.
that's a good. I feel
No,
like
I get that. I also just felt it was a silly signing because I thought I don't know why they're signing this player.
I
did
know
not
why
rate
they
him.
signed it
I
for
didn't rate- I
it's
didn't
for
rate
Robin.
him.
unbelievable last
Yeah,
season.
I know,
Yes.
but there was something about it. I just thought it's just not
They
gonna
also
work.
needed a new left back
Because
soon.
Robbo is.
I
He's
just-
on the
I just
decline.
thought when he's going to be defending more space, he would struggle because I don't think defensively he's that good.
Yeah.
He did do well against Saka, to be fair.
But
Right, Shaw.
Shaw's
It is Shaw,
Yeah,
Moving on
I
to
I
our-
like all the shouts there though.
defensive midfielder. What about Tyreek Mitchell? Didn't talk about him.
Yeah.
We have Anderson, Casemiro,
Oh, this is going to
Jorginho.
be good.
and Sandro
How
Tonali.
the hell put Anderson? Who rates him?
As in Elliot Anderson.
This
Not Anderson as in.
this is Anderson.
Brazilian Anderson.
Brazilian Man
Someone
United
who's
Anderson.
put him as overrated.
I'm pretty sure this is mine and it's Elliot Anderson.
It's definitely not.
Well, if it's not, then I don't know who I've picked.
You've picked Casemiro.
No.
Did you pick Anderson?
I picked Casemiro.
Oh.
I put in Anderson and it's Elliot Anderson.
I thought it was the other way around.
Right,
I thought
that's
this
fine.
crazy
Then I
then.
was going to lose my right.
Because you've just wrote Anderson. and
Yeah,
I was
yeah, no,
like,
it makes
that's-
sense that you've confused
You
it.
picked
I
Casemiro.
put
I've got
Casemiro.
Elliot
You put
Anderson.
Jorginho.
I
and
put Jorginho.
So I was looking at all four thinking, I don't know which one's mine.
I put Sanchez Tonali quickly. I'm aware Sanchez Tonali isn't really a defensive mid. He's more of an 8. It's just I wanted to fit in
A
him
different
with,
eight.
yeah, with
Yeah,
a
you
different
want
eight.
to- I thought
You
And
got Joe Linton and Bruno as your next.
No.
You just hate them.
I just don't like the fact he's getting compared. And like Scholes said, he was like the best midfielder in the Premier League, and I was just like, "What? I'm sorry." And people were going, "Because Scholes said it means something." No, let's just chill out.
Skull says a lot.
He
of
says a
stupid
lot.
things for how good.
He's a brilliant footballer, but Sandro
Proof that you
Tonali's
don't
nowhere
need to
near it.
necessarily be intelligent.
He's he runs about the pitch, does well. He's a good player. But
He's not even the
that
best
level.
midfielder in his club.
No, exactly. Bruno was way better.
Yeah.
I think Elliot Anderson is very overrated.
So
And
not
I think,
not Brazilian Anderson.
no, and I,
He's
think,
not-
and I think a lot of it is because he's English and he's probably going to start for England.
But to be fair,
the
he has
World
been
Cup.
very good for England.
He wasn't
next to
very
Rice.
good.
I was excellent for England, but look
Yeah.
who England play and who his teammates are. I feel near enough any England midfielder would have came in and looked.
You think Wharton could come in
Wharton
and take
or
his place?
Gibbs White or anyone
Yeah.
would have been there
We'll
next to Rice.
we'll
Did they
find
get
this
Death
out.
on every week.
We'll
I
find
think
it.
that's genuinely part
We'll
of
find
what
this
he's
out of the
up to.
World. We'll find it out of the World Cup just how good he is. But from when I've seen him for England, he has been very, very good.
I think he's
Anderson.
decent.
I think he's going to get a big move this year. Big move.
Doesn't mean he's not overrated.
He'll be playing for one of the Manchester clubs.
I
He
hope
just
he
for
goes.
his, for his sake,
I
he
think
hopes
he'll
it's the
go.
Blues.
I hope
Do you know what?
it's Man U.
He screams of Man United.
It
I
does.
think.
He does.
It screams Man United to me.
Casemiro, though.
And he probably replacing Casemiro.
I think
Yeah.
Casemiro's harsh, but if you're basing it just in the Prem, based on his reputation, maybe. But he is literally done.
He was
But
very
should
good
he
for
be
his
done?
his first year was brilliant. He was really good for his first year.
And he kind of came back onto it a bit
Then
a
he's-
couple of months ago.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
he's back to being. Last year he was a joke.
I just don't think he can be the overrated pick when you've got Jamie Carragher doing eulogies on him and not the good ones.
Leave the football before the football leaves you.
Yeah. And Heggie, you brought Jorginho.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Third
fact
in
that
the
you get
Ballon
third best
d'Or,
player in the
he's-
world
It's
is
just a bit
hilarious.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think Carvajal got like fourth or something, or third.
It happens.
It
does
can
happen.
happen. Basically, it's recency thing and that
I
as
just
well.
thought, see when I remember Jorginho, I used to love him just because of the way he took a penalty.
Ah,
You
he's
know
a-
what I mean, he
he's a
wasn't
bit-
actually that good.
He's
Was
a
he
bit.
ever good at
He was a
you?
bit of a pen mate.
He's alright. We like him.
Did you start him?
No, he wasn't a starter for us. He was.
Yeah,
we knew he came in to
he was
do
a
that.
squad player.
He came in, did well.
I don't actually hate any of these shouts, to be fair.
yeah.
Except I don't love Casemiro though. No offence.
Because he was
Whoever said
just
it. Who
too
said
good.
it?
That was me.
He was just too
I,
good.
I
wasn't he?
think came in, big reputation, was good for a season, then just completely fell off the
I
face of
actually
the earth.
don't mind Elliot Anderson shout.
You want Anderson?
Just because he is maybe the most sixth
Yeah.
out that's not.
I agree because I don't like Tonali.
Jorginho's
I
very
don't feel
sexy,
good
but yeah.
having Tonali in there.
Yeah, but
Make sure they know it's not.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah, we'll
Anderson
leave,
in like that.
just leave it as Anderson.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
let it
you
stay
don't
like
you
that.
don't get to do
Why not?
clarifications.
On to our centre mid.
Who's alright?
We have Paul Pogba, we have Enzo Fernandez, we have Bruno Fernandes, and we have Paul Pogba again.
So it's a lot of money spent on these three players. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I-
Pogba's in.
Pogba is going in. I'm gonna say why. I said.
Fernandes.
I'm gonna say why I said Paul Pogba. I still listen to people talk about him because of how good he could be as being that player.
Yeah.
It's because he's now not in the league anymore. It was a lovely fairy tale him coming back.
Yeah.
On his day,
No,
he is
that-
probably of all the players,
I was gonna
potentially
say-
the best to watch.
I was gonna say I'll throw my hat in the ring and say I also picked Pogba. He is too much of an on his day player, and his day never really happened that much.
It was the classic
Do you
pick.
go Fernandes?
Yeah.
What one?
Fernandez.
Well, you went Fernandes, I went Fernandes.
Fernandez.
Yeah, they are still different.
If Bruno's picked, I want to put in as Fernandez.
Why?
Enzo I put in just because
Price tag?
I've been price tag slightly, but I don't know really what he does. Like I watched
He's been
Chelsea.
getting goals this
He
season.
played all right
Yeah.
yesterday.
I think maybe he needs to be used as a 10, but Palmer's a better 10.
Yeah, you wouldn't put.
I
If
think
you're
he's-
having
I think
Palmer
he's-
there.
I think the amount of times I saw him next to Caicedo in a two-man running, he just does nothing.
In fairness, you could move Palmer outright to accommodate Fernandez if you wanted to do that.
I think his
but
flaws are sometimes like shown by he's quite easy to get run.
I mean, obviously he's
Yeah,
won a
that's his issue.
he's won a World Cup, but but how much of that World Cup run was he instrumental?
Oh, I
in?
think he got overrated for the World Cup that he had. I think he was good,
young player of the
but
tournament.
I think
He got young player
I
of the
think they then
tournament.
overrated how good he actually was. He was
Well,
brilliant at the
Chelsea
tournament.
paid 110
Yeah,
million.
that was an overrating.
Chelsea would probably play
Bruno.
at least.
Yeah.
That
Why-
seems harsh.
I mean, everyone knows I don't think Bruno's as good as other people think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you're saying it's like a 9, but you're rating him a 7, rather than
I'm
some
not
of
saying
these.
I'm obviously not saying he's crap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as Chiquito said, Bruno is our best player for the last 5 years or more.
And that says
just shows,
the level of
That's
Man
the level
United.
of
Exactly.
United, yeah.
That shows the level of Man United.
and that's our captain.
Yeah.
But can he be
He's just
overrated?
not- he's
You think he can be overrated
So-
because of that?
I mean,
People
it's the,
compare him to De Bruyne.
Someone at our pub
That's
quiz,
just silly
someone
fan-
after our
that's
pub
silly
quiz
United
said
fans.
that, saying Fernandes is more
that was
talented
Moll's
than De
drug
Bruyne.
pal.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, but I just mean in general.
Like they came
I see
up
it.
to me and they said, "Oh, like be real with us. Fernandes is more talented than
Bruno
Kevin De
Fernandes
Bruyne."
is nowhere near
Oh,
Bernardo Silva.
oh wait, it's Fernandes.
Yeah.
That's a bit different. It's not Bruno
can't
Fernandes.
have
I
Fernandes.
think you're meaning.
I
it
don't know
in
who
a
Bruno
technical
Fernandes
way.
is.
Bruno does more in a game, like creates more chance, he scores more goals than Bernardo Silva. Like he just makes things happen. Bernardo Silva's better at keeping the ball.
Yeah. Who
Nah,
was it?
just-
We've got
It's
Pogba.
Pogba.
We have put Pogba.
I
in.
love the Enzo shout, but I brought it.
Yeah.
I just think he's so overrated.
I don't like the Pogba
Why-
shout like, at all.
Why do you not like the Pogba shout?
I just
Because
think
he
he's
gets.
incredible.
I spoke about it once here. I get given it as like an imposter thing, but I believed in what I said.
I just it annoys me
He
again.
he terrorised Man City as well in one of the games when
Yeah,
Man City
I
were
remember
going for
that.
the league.
One
He
game,
absolutely-
though.
He started every game for France at like every
Yeah,
tournament
he
as well.
scored the World Cup final.
I
goal.
think there's another podcast I listen to that just rave about him still, and I'm just like, what are you doing? It really annoyed me. It's the big six. There you go. On to our
Cam.
I couldn't tell you who I put.
Was it Lucas Paqueta?
That was me.
That was it. Juan Mata. Was it Lucas Paqueta again? Or was it Bruno Fernandes? Has there been another chance to get him in there?
Who said Bruno this time?
Me.
If
Yeah.
you'd put him a second time, that'd have been funny.
He's doubling down.
But it is
He really wants
Paqueta.
that.
I mean,
It's gonna be
obviously,
Paqueta.
obviously,
You
it's
said
going to be
Paqueta.
Paqueta.
I
You said
said
Mata?
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah,
said
I love
Paqueta.
Mata.
I think he's just overrated. I think I loved Mata from his Chelsea time,
And then
and then I actually don't think he did anything to Man U, and he was there about 10 years.
Hey, you went Lucas Paqueta. So did I.
Oh, he's pony.
But I don't think he's. Do people rate him that highly?
Yeah.
Man City wanted him somehow. I just.
No,
That
that's-
was
that's-
before
as Higgy said,
certain-
that's a team.
I've heard he's now.
Players rate him highly.
He's now trying to get
He's
force
got
on
his
Wales
back
to
to
Flamengo.
Flamengo.
Yeah.
That's
For-
the
for
Flat
four-
Chat tweeted about it.
For 40
it's
million euro.
I love the celebration.
Yeah, it's a good celebration when he'd done that, kissed the badge,
He
and
had,
then
he had
left.
the phone call. He was like throwing the phone down and staying at West Ham.
And kissed the
Dead.
badge,
And
and
then
then
he
left.
again.
Cat is loving this Paqueta pick. You know, that's just what me and Cam do.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
He's Juan
I mean,
Mata,
the Matter
one.
What did he do at Man U?
Yeah, but I don't like. How high do I rate him? I don't rate him as high as you
What
clearly
did
do.
Bruno do at Man U?
Bruno's the best player.
Aye,
Wow,
but
was
they're
never
all-
that.
That's Man United's level.
Better than Amad Diallo.
Fair
Right.
point, well
We've
raised.
gone for Paqueta. It was an easy one. There's two people picked him. Okay, right winger Mo Salah.
Jacob
We'll
Murphy's
see.
popping up here, isn't he?
Raheem Sterling appears on the right wing this time.
Ooh.
When did he ever play right wing?
When
Uh,
Sané was
He
there.
did, yeah. Jaden Sancho.
But when he was the top in the league for
Goal scorer.
assists and goals.
Not assists, a lot of
Goals
goals.
and assists.
Yeah, it was all those tap-ins at the back post.
Mohamed Kudus. And David Beckham.
David
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's wild. I respect to whoever said
Wait.
that.
I put Mohamed Salah.
Ah, is that what it was? That makes sense. It does make sense.
Makes
That does
sense.
make sense.
Oh, watching him yesterday, Heggy.
Bad.
He was
He may
poor.
as well have been you out there. He just lost the ball 3 times, didn't do anything else.
He was
No,
a
but
bit.
that's what he's done for the last 4 seasons, but he just scores tap-ins in the Prem.
Come on.
I did David Beckham.
Yeah.
I did David Beckham because he's just not.
Cheeseburger name does not like that. Beckham might be the worst pick I've ever seen.
Is he English? Oh yeah.
Aaron
of
might
course
read
you are.
out Ewan's message. Aaron, don't read it out word for
Beckham,
word.
hold on, what's that?
Beckham.
Beckham is a good shout. Thank you. Thanks very much. Beckham's there because he is. I think my thinking behind it is that what he did after, because he transcended the game in terms of what he does, who he is now. Then it's just I just don't think he was that good.
I think he's rated.
Not as good as we think about him
I
to be
think he's
because of
rated-
what he is now.
I think he's rated as a
Yeah,
very
I mean-
good player because he was a very good player.
He was a good player. I'm
I
not saying he
think-
wasn't a good player. He was a great
He
player.
He started every game whilst Man U.
He was
won
England's
everything.
captain for.
He's
Yeah.
got 120 odd caps, or 115 caps for England. Played for Real Madrid.
He was far from.
Yeah.
He was,
PSG. Yeah.
loved a good free
Yeah, but
kick.
I
Was
still think-
very good.
I think it's because I think his moments carry him through. I think who he is now as well. That's really
think-
what I also struggle with this.
There's no way he can go in this team.
Oh, he's not going to. It's fine. There's three
Ben-
players above him
Ben-
that are definitely more
Well,
overrated.
Sterling can't go in either because he was an underrated. We made that rule for Carvalho.
Yeah.
Uh,
It can't be Sancho either then. Because
Sancho
Sancho's
could-
not actually rated. I like it though in terms of did he ever really do anything except for in Germany, which
Who
was
put
seen as
Sterling?
crap. That was me.
really? Do you think he's
Yeah.
overrated?
I do. I don't actually think he was technically that good. I think what he's done at Chelsea has shown that he's not really that great, and he was brilliant at finishing.
He's got over
Yeah,
I get that.
120 Prem.
I get
Yeah.
Definitely.
I picked Sancho because big fee coming to Man United did nothing.
But that's just, is he overrated
And
by the public?
I just hate when fee gets brought into it. I know I've put Kudus as 60 odd million,
Especially
but
when
I think-
we now all know he's not that. You
Yeah.
know, we know he's not rated like that. That's why he's at Villa.
Aye, but before when he went to Man United,
Villa
think
are
how
third.
I know, but
highly
it's like-
they thought he was going to
Yeah.
tear up the Premier League, going to be one of the
Yeah.
best players in the
I
end.
don't hate the Sancho shout, to be fair.
I think he's overrated. I think Mohamed Kudus is a better shout for this because he actually is rated
Jesus is rated.
to a level, and then he's
Kudus,
Just don't think he's done it this year.
it was just
No.
it was better than West Ham, but he's just not a top six.
he also
player,
kind of
in my
fell off a
opinion.
bit for
But he's then
West Ham.
perfect for Spurs.
In fairness, that's also Spurs are still bit in the mud.
I think his levels like Palace or a Newcastle, like someone that's just below the top six. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll take him if you want.
I want.
Yeah,
I want. Mohamed Kudus in
I
this.
don't hate. I don't
He
hate
actually wouldn't
that.
even get a game for us, but he'd be a great sub. He's not replacing Njaya, is he on the right?
Next up,
Onto our lefts.
we have our
Oh,
striker.
striker's not a left winger
I
yet.
can't even remember who I put.
Was it Richarlison? Richarlison?
No.
Was it Romelu Lukaku?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Andriy Shevchenko and Fernando Torres. So the Chelsea curse is real.
There's
in this one.
a big Chelsea theme here.
I will be honest. I just didn't know who I wanted to put and just wanted to rage bait Jacob. But technically, Jacob does overrate him. So
One person doesn't count though.
You did try and claim that Heggie overrating someone meant that you had an argument earlier on.
No, it was him putting in the Spurs back four, was it not? Or was it something else?
But that's
you
then
said
using
I've
that's
rated
using
Spurs.
that's then
Yeah.
using Heggie's opinion to
Yeah,
get
against
back your case.
Fair.
That's what you'd
Uh,
say.
You tried
you
to.
had to put Torres.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Uh,
Because Andriy Shevchenko's obviously Aaron.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You didn't watch him.
the Ballon d'Or were at the time. To be fair, I don't like that shout that I've said it now because they said like he was never really
Could-
rated in the Prem.
I think that could be the underperformer. A big underperformer into the Premier League.
Yeah.
He didn't do.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
meet the expectations.
I say Shevchenko, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't
Torres
like it.
played more games for Chelsea than Liverpool, which always surprises me.
He scored in 7 competitions in 1 year. Did you know that? I found that out last week.
Yeah, but like
If you don't
Yeah.
know, get to know.
that's impressive in itself. But it was only 7 goals that season.
Yeah.
But so
I-
it's 7 crucial goals.
One of them made
this-
Gary Neville burst. So.
I actually don't hate the Shevchenko shout, but I do hate it because it's definitely a Google.
I just
Yeah.
didn't see him play, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
Like,
it wasn't a Google. I went for I was like Chelsea player that came in.
Hold
Chelsea
on,
number
you
9
told us
first.
beforehand that you googled stuff. You've definitely googled that.
I've not Googled Shevchenko. I knew Shevchenko went to Chelsea.
Yeah, but
No,
no,
we're
you
not saying
knew
you
that.
No, we didn't know that.
stats
But you can
from-
Google overrated Prem
strikers,
players
and
and a
you've seen
list
that.
can come up.
Aye, because
My thought was a Chelsea number 9. It's like because that's obviously the curse. And Ballon d'Or winner coming out of Chelsea not performing. I thought, yeah.
I'm not buying it.
I also think this is Richarlison is such a weird one because he was actually very good at Everton.
He's also good still for Brazil. I put Richarlison, but again, that was a bit of I struggled with this one.
Yeah.
I had
I
him-
really dislike him. He always loves to get the last minute winner that then doesn't mean it's a winner.
Richarlison crossed my
It's
mind.
just-
It certainly definitely did.
He's memed. He's also memed too much to be. It's
I mean-
difficult.
There's no way it's Lukaku.
What are the comments saying?
Has to be Lukaku from Daniel.
So you're just reading one out. 100% Shevchenko. Shevchenko in the Prem for sure.
100% not Shevchenko.
Where's that? Gabriel Jesus. That's not there, Luke.
Yeah, we need
Cheers for
someone
that.
that's there.
Yeah.
Who are we thinking?
Lukaku
man?
is overrated. Yeah, it's a Liverpool fan. You know that. Lord Farquhar. Right, first name in, gets in.
Yeah, it's a chat
Jacob
vote.
is going to be shaking with rage. if
Just,
someone
just,
says
it just
Lukaku.
needs to be the name.
Go, go, go.
Torres! Lukaku!
It's
Torres!
Torres.
It's Lukaku!
Lukaku.
I didn't see that.
Nathan's done you a belter.
I didn't see it.
Nathan's
I
done
didn't see
you a
it.
visa.
Oh no, it's Romelu Lukaku.
No, no, and we're not removing him.
Oh,
That is
no,
actually a good
that's
point.
Such a
Do
shame.
people rate Richarlison nowadays?
No, I
No.
don't. No, that's maybe a poor one from me.
But that's just Spurs.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
Do you
Spurs
rate
players
any
here.
Spurs player right now?
Kulusevski?
Nah.
No.
He gets better the
Doesn't
longer
play.
he doesn't play.
No, he's a good player.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I rate any Spurs? I rate Jed Spence. I think he's decent. But I think
He's playing on the wrong side.
I rate
I think
Van,
he's decent though.
I rate Van de
I
Beek.
don't
Yeah.
Decent.
I think Bentancur's decent.
I think
but-
Bergvall could be something in the future.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Archie Gray maybe as well, but that's again. That's
Remember
just-
that midfield
I've
three?
always quite liked Brennan Johnson, but I know some people don't.
He's
He's
not
not
even
even
there
Spurs.
anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
On to our final position of the video.
Yes,
Left
left wing.
I
winger.
thought we'd done left winger.
We haven't. Marcus Rashford appears.
Ooh.
Anthony Gordon appears.
Ooh.
Jack Grealish appears.
Ooh.
And Anthony Gordon again. So we do have an Anthony Gordon. That
We
goes
do
in.
have a double Anthony
I
Gordon.
had in my left winger for under. So I had Sterling. I originally had Rashford and I rubbed him out for Sterling. Did you put Rashford?
For underrated? For overrated?
Is your stomach
No,
going?
come on.
Jesus.
Anthony
That
Gordon.
would have been funny if you
Yeah.
put two overrated that I put
So
underrated.
you both put
It was
Gordon.
it
Yeah, I
was
picked
me
Gordon.
that put Rashford.
And I put Jack Grealish.
I think Rashford's very harsh. You forget how good Rashford is.
Rashford's
But
the
he was
most
such a
on, off,
purple
on,
patch
off.
player.
Yes, but how many? It just means he's not that elite. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. But we all
He
know
scored
that.
20 Prem goals in one season nearly.
Yeah, and he
Sure.
had close to that at a different time.
Yeah,
I think it's just the season's off.
yeah.
When he's off, he is off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but
seriously
Just
off.
the team that he's playing.
I know, obviously it's mine.
Yeah, like he was immediately the best player on a crap team. That doesn't help him.
Aye.
Yeah.
If Marcus Rashford started his career at like a Villa and just stayed at that level of club, people would think he's unbelievable.
Yeah, like your Zaha's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
It's just
but
he's
that's
cut by the club.
that's
isn't it?
if buts and maybes though. I feel
Yeah. I put Jack Grealish. I think that's just because
Don't hate it.
he doesn't.
£100 million fee has not done
He's,
that.
he's
feel
quite
like
clear. He's quite clearly one of the most talented, like on the ball footballers in the Premier League.
I think he's very good at not getting the ball off him. And I
Yeah.
think he's got a great weight of pass, but he doesn't do enough.
But I
I
think,
thi-
yeah, that's my issue.
I
with him.
think-
I feel he should do more
And he's
for
too
the
slow.
quality I think he actually does have.
And I don't just mean too slow as in like sprint speed, I just mean like he slows it to his level. Because
Yeah.
he knows that most of the time he can skin a right back. But if you get it to where you've stopped, everyone's back, and then you skin him, you're now crossing to a box with about 9 men in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good at Rangers.
Yeah, I think £100 million man would be good in the Scottish Prem.
Yeah, I
so-
think he'd do alright.
Yeah.
I don't
Mikey-
think he suits the Prem.
Like your
Yeah.
Mikey Moores. So we've gone for Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, it's easy.
Quickly, why have you both put that?
He's getting
don't-
talked
don't
about.
mention
Being,
Everton.
he's getting talked about being England's starting left winger. They were all saying it on whatever Gerrard was on.
Yeah, they were, but I think that's because of Tuchel likes players that fit a system more
Yeah.
so than
Yeah, he
players that
fits
how good they actually
He
are.
fits Tuchel's system.
He has gone 20 odd games in the Prem without a goal that wasn't a penalty. He's hot-headed. He's not consistent. He only really plays for himself. He's a little bit lazy.
You forgot the main
And he-
one though. He looks like Claire Baldwin.
He does look like the ball. He also thinks he's going to get a big move, and I just think
Again,
He's already got a
has
big
it, he's
move.
done.
He went down the way.
He
He's
was-
not going to get a. He's not going to go to Liverpool. He wants to go to Liverpool.
No,
I don't think
is he a- is he a-
Liverpool don't buy players of that level.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, massive. His whole family are.
Oh, that's why he wanted to
Yeah.
Everton. Nah, that makes sense. I thought he was an Everton fan. He just
Nah.
betrayed you all. There you go.
Well, Carragher was an Everton fan once, or an Everton player once.
True.
So.
He at least went through the academy though.
Yeah.
Oh no, so did Gordon.
Gordon came
So,
through the
yeah. On to
That's
the
it.
results.
That's our team.
We have Hugo Lloris. We then have Pedro Porro,
I still think this
Christian
team could do well.
Romero, Ruben Diaz, Luke Shaw,
Anderson.
Anderson. The
We'll
result-
let you decide what Anderson that is.
Paul Pogba, Lucas Paqueta, Mohamed Kudus, Romelu Lukaku, and Anthony Gordon. Where does this team finish?
I think top 4.
I don't.
All
do I?
on, all on,
Oh,
the,
do I?
all
It
on
could
the,
actually.
all on the dates top 4.
Yeah, but this is
Maybe
not.
not.
This team's not going on its day. Oh,
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Anderson and Pogba could.
That's a good team actually. Well,
It's obviously a good
It's
team.
obviously a good team.
what have we done? We've created a good team. We've created a monster.
We've created 2 good teams.
I think it's probably a bit top 4. Is it better than the first team?
It's not that much in it.
No.
It's not the most in it.
But it's a 2-1 win to either side.
I
realistically.
weirdly think that team could be better than the first team, but
Yeah,
is
but
that
that's
why?
the whole
Is
point of
that why they're
Don't we get
overrated?
the first
Yeah, I can't remember the first team. Like Laria's potentially
I've
better
got it
than
here.
whoever we put.
You got it there.
Oh, no, it's Reina.
Yep.
I think that team beats them, but
Reina's better than Lurie, in my opinion.
Yep.
Zabaleta's better than Porro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cahill against Romero.
I think
It's
Cahill
probably
better.
Cahill
Cahill.
and Diaz as the two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kolarov, Shaw.
Kolarov over Shaw.
Matic or
Elliot Anderson.
Matic.
Nemanja Matic.
Pogba or Tielemans. We
Pogba.
can go Pogba.
Pogba.
I'd have Pogba, Tielemans as the two.
I'd go Ericsson.
Over
Over
Paqueta.
Paqueta.
Yeah, it makes no difference.
Jadon Shaqiri or Kudus.
That's Shaqiri.
Costa or Lukaku.
Close, but probably Lukaku.
Yeah, probably Lukaku.
Yeah, for what he
And
is.
longevity.
And Zaha over Gordon.
And Zaha.
Zaha, definitely.
Definitely
So that's a
Zaha.
better team, yeah.
Definitely Zaha.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we hope you have been sufficiently made raging by our teams.
Yeah, there's been
Put the
some...
two teams into Chat GPT and ask it to simulate a home and away match.
Not bad shout.
Someone can be bothered doing it.
That'd be wonderful.
Unico.
Yeah, that's
There
it,
he
boy.
is.
He's in chat.
Is he there?
He's in
here?
chat.
He's there.
He's there.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Unico, let us know in the comments what's
Yeah, that one
happened.
does.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good.
I enjoyed the chat more than thinking of the team. It was just so
Oh, it's
difficult.
so tricky. I was like, oh, why have I passed to do this? I was about an hour and a half ago and just sitting there thinking of players.
I also think if we did this in 2 weeks' time, we could have
Completely different
Yeah.
answers.
Oh, yeah.
so different.
Completely
I
different answers.
genuinely think someone that put Pogba could easily put him underrated in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Me, easily. easily could.
Well, I was close to put
Thought
Lukaku
it
underrated. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how it
I can't
goes.
even remember what
You
striker
can.
I put. I put Ba. I loved Ba.
Lukaku, you can't underrate Lukaku.
Well, me, like, how other people
If
think.
there is one man I
So,
know that overrates Lukaku, it's Jacob Murray.
Yeah, but I could then say
Well,
he is underrated.
maybe we could do one maybe at the end of the season. And it could be current players, doesn't have to be Premier League.
Yeah.
We could maybe
Just
draw
go
one
Nathan
or-
has said, Callum, get Torres in now. Get Lukaku in that first team instead.
No, I think we'll keep Lukaku. I'm alright with Lukaku staying
I'm
in there,
happy
actually.
to keep
Oh, it's
Lukaku
good
in
part,
where he
but
is.
It's good fire. I know, but I know
Fair.
you're raging because you went to find a comment about it. I mean,
No,
Nathan's
just-
Nathan's backing you.
It's fine, he is where he belongs.
He's right there. He's in our team. He's
Starting
up
up front as always.
front. Number 9.
Next to Anthony Gordon.
I'm a Hamakudis.
That would have been a good Everton team if we had them at the same time.
This big, yeah, that would be actually quite a good front three. I think they'd work quite well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's been that. I hope you have enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that usual stuff.
Yep.
Thank you to all our members, of course.
Yeah.
they're not going to be here, but
They're all
you
there.
know who they are.
They're all there. And as always,
Take it easy.
Easy.
Not done yet, boys.
Take it easy.
oh.